One is a grown man with an encyclopedic knowledge of cinema. The other, a man-child raised by the more questionable corners of the internet. What happens when they each dive into something the other one loves? Find out on
The Man with No Brain. All right, hey everybody, welcome to episode number 23 of The Man with No Brain. I am your host, Ryan Matthew Ziegler, and as always, I am joined by the man with no brain himself, a guy who doesn't know the meaning of the phrase sugar-free, Mr. Joseph Robert Buckley. How you spreading, Joe?
I'm doing all right. You know, I got myself 3 major Melon Mountain Dews, not sugar-free at all. They're packed full of sugar, 270 calories apiece. I'm going to be drinking all of these today.
How many did you say? You have 3 of them?
Yeah, 3.
All right, well, you better start.
Okay, and I have 12 chocolate Santas I bought at discount.
I'm privy to the fact that you also have a bucket of fried chicken.
Yes, yeah. I did. Tyler graciously got me an 8-piece from KFC.
So as we do this Q&A session here, Joe's also going to be eating chocolate Santas and KFC and drinking just tons and tons of some new Melon Mountain Dew.
I think it's a good combination, a good flavor combination.
Hey,
Chocolate and chicken.
you give the fans what they want. If they ask you to smush your sister's bra with your feet covered in pickle juice, you do that.
Well, you gotta tip us. You gotta make sure to tip us.
Your colon. I have a tip for your colon. Run.
Yeah, just try to kill him. Try to kill him quickly so that way he stops pumping me full of stuff.
His colon's running all the time. It's just a constant drip.
It's just always leaking.
I really don't make too many diarrhea poopies.
No, we're not even talking diarrhea poops,
okay,
dude.
okay.
We're just talking a constant stream, a trickle of fecal matter, just little pellets popping into your shorts.
Like a bird, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, your insulin has been running hot for a good 2.5 years. It has yet to drop.
Absolutely not. I got amazing blood, they said.
Jesus. What happened there, Joe?
Oh, sorry. 1 second. I was fucking with the gain. Okay, how's this?
Up a little bit.
Up
a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit more.
Okay. Yeah,
right.
how's this, you guys?
Down a teeny bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I saw I was peaking it on Audacity.
Okay, guys, we're getting close. You got. Oh my gosh, it's 1 o'clock. Our first guest. Are you ready?
Oh boy.
So
yeah, we're taking questions. We're taking questions today. People that are zooming in, I guess, calling in, and they are allowed to ask one question apiece that Joe and I have to answer the question.
Oh, any more than that, you're going to get spanked. You're going to get yourself spanked.
Yeah, any more than that, Joe Buckley's going to go to your house with the rest of his congealed Kentucky Fried Chicken and the cold ketchup that he keeps in the fridge, and then he's going to eat it with you in front of your family.
Oh, and it'll be disgusting. You ever see The Blob? You ever see The Blob from 1958? It's going to be a little bit like that, folks.
So it looks like we've got our first guest here on the episode. What is your name, sir or madam?
It says that their audio is still connecting.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Hey, you were right on the trigger, though, Ryan. Good for you.
All I see is a gray box.
Okay, I think they're here.
Okay.
Hello.
Sorry, it took a bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right, we have our first guest on the episode. What is your name?
My name's Finn.
Finn. All right. And Finn, where are you zooming in from?
Germany.
Ooh.
Germany. All right. Do you know any
They make good
Zieglers?
chocolates.
That's kind of, sort of.
I'm going to assume that was a reference to Joe's question.
Oh, okay.
So where did you first come across The Man with No Brain and or Malevolent Movies? How did you discover the channels?
The first time I actually heard of the channel was when a friend of me sent me your Malevolent matinee video for Slenderman.
Oh, yes. Oof.
That was a frightening one. That was a horrifying episode.
I still get angry thinking about that movie.
Then via Let Me Tell You About.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So do you have any favorite moments that you can recall from either channel?
Man with No Brain or Malevolent Movies?
Either or. Anyone.
Not particularly any favorite bit, but every bit where you all just start discussing something like the Goonies font. For
Oh,
example.
yeah. Yeah, that's always good.
Shut up. You have nothing to contribute to the Goonies conversation, you
Well,
jackass.
I knew it was a movie.
Ugh. All right. So, Finn, what is your question for today?
My question is, Ryan and Joe, since both of you have quite a collection of movies, how many movies do both of you own?
That's a great question. I would say it's hard to say how many movies I have. I can roughly tell how many Blu-rays I have because I log them on Blu-ray.com.
Sure, to make sure you don't buy double.
But the way it counts them as like one release. Like, for instance, a box set, I think it says that's like one, but there's obviously multiple movies. But I'd say on Blu-ray, I'm well over 1,200 titles on Blu-ray.
Jesus.
And DVD, I've pared it down quite a bit. I would say probably only 300 or 400 movies on DVD at this point. But my collection is still very humble as compared to a lot of Blu-ray collectors on YouTube and everything. But what about you, Joe?
I've got about 50 Blu-rays. Basically, I've just kind of got the essentials. I've got about 800 DVDs, but I used to go like pawn shopping a lot. So I would go in there and pick up 20 DVDs for $20, you know. I would just have a big stack of them and carry them home.
Yeah.
And my dad would yell at me for buying too many movies again.
Backdoor sluts 1 through 20. You know.
No, I get my pornography free.
Joe would come home with a stack of DVDs and a ton of under-tit sweat from carrying it all.
Yeah.
The most exercise Joe got that wasn't involving his jaw chewing.
Exercise is exercise.
Hey, speaking
Exactly.
of chewing, Buckley,
I will
Yeah,
eat some
get
chicken.
to work.
It's fine.
Get to work.
No, I was gonna say I don't really like buying DVDs anymore because it's all in standard def. I need to watch my movies in high definition. I'm a consummate consumer.
He's a what? You're a what?
I think you meant to say
Consummate consumer.
A costumer?
No.
He puts on costumes to go buy stuff. I'm a costumer
Yeah.
consumer.
So
I
Joe,
feel like a little
Joe
princess.
start eating your lunch.
Okay.
I know Finn has a couple other questions.
Okay.
Sorry for asking so many questions. Just
No, you're good.
Ooh. Yeah, I got
Really?
some chicken here.
all right. Ryan, since apparently you aren't interested in video games, why is that? And what do you think of the statement that video games are the evolution of cinema that sometimes people throw around?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stories, a lot of world building in video games, and the fact that they have to use actors now. I think it's awesome for actors and voiceover people that there is a whole other industry now, and has been for a while, that you can get employed in and you can be creative in. And perhaps the next big explosion after superhero movies are done, it'll be video game based stuff. But I don't know. I think they are still two very different, forms of entertainment. So, I don't think one will ever get rid of the other. If anything, they'll complement each other and continue to do so. Movies based on video games based on movies, et cetera. So
Yeah.
I would love to do voice, and I would absolutely love. Just because I don't play video games doesn't mean I wouldn't love to be involved in the making of, as far as voiceover, or motion capture, or any of that. I'd love to.
You could be the reboot of Qbert.
That'd be great. I would do anything. I would do anything. It'd be fun. I would. And it's also known that I don't really watch a lot of animation, but again, I'd love to voice cartoons. I think that'd be great.
Yeah. You could be like a cool bear who gets his dick sucked. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool cartoon.
What cartoon would that be, Joe? What would be the context of that cartoon?
It's just called The Bear Who Gets His Dick Sucked. It's on Adult Swim. Yeah. They canceled Venture Brothers to make room for that.
Need some more chicken.
Okay.
God,
Oh God, you're already to the bone.
Yeah, I'm like a
Jesus.
piranha.
that was quick.
I'm like a little piranha.
Hey, Finn, I got a question for you since you live in Germany. The Buckleys of Germany, what do they like to consume?
Oh God. You know how some people just order whole pigs?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that'd be the German Buckley thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got some blood sausage.
Except
Joe,
they
we
don't. They don't.
That of course.
Joe, would you eat like a roasted pig like you see in like medieval movies with the apple in the mouth? Would you honestly just take a big old fork and knife to it?
I get some of that back fat. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Some of that nice fatty back.
Finn, you had another question about 3D movies. I'm interested in their answers to that.
Yeah. That question also extends to you, perhaps. What is your opinion on 3D movies? They were quite big a few years ago, but now I see less and less 3D movie releases, at least in the cinemas in my town. There's only 2, but
Complete gimmick for the most part, I believe. Basically they don't really add anything to what I care about in movies, which is like exploring a character or exploring a theme or something. Really, it's just gonna be like if you have a big nut sack from a cartoon and it like waves in the camera and goes and maybe like shoot some piss at you. That's gonna be about the depth of what 3D movies can do.
Damn it, Joe.
Now,
Yeah.
Joe, that's interesting that you take that stance. One, great point, up until the ball thing. But every time I'm at the movies with you, and I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? And you just say, it's smell-o-vision, it's smell-o-vision. But it's only at the movies that I'm at with you.
First of all, some different theaters only play smell-o-vision movies during specific times. So if you don't pay extra for the ticket, like I push you to do, I say, come on, Tyler, we're out, we're hanging amongst friends, we're splurging, let's get the smell-o-vision ticket. And we go, and so a lot of movies get very farty. I don't know why, but a lot of the main characters just fart and make poopies. I guess, I don't know. I don't know what the directors intend. I don't know the plot of the movie before I go see it, but yes, that's happened sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Ryan. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I didn't hate 3D when it was shot in 3D, when it was like, native 3D. Some of the post-conversion stuff was crap. I remember, was it Wrath of the Titans? Seeing that was like a really, really bad the first one, Clash of the Titans. That was the one that had a really bad post 3D conversion. One of the big problems is it didn't really translate that well to the home video market. You had to have a 3D Blu-ray player, then you had to have a 3D TV. And as far as I know, if not the 3D Blu-ray players, the 3D TVs aren't even being produced anymore.
They're completely gone.
So, I mean, if it's a one-time experience and it really lends to the story and it becomes a big, event. Like, I'm not a fan of Avatar as a movie, but that was an experience, the way the 3D was at the time. And it was worth paying the money to see it in the theater. So, I mean, I guess it goes title by title, but I don't see it as being something ever that, it may come back at some point in theaters, but.
I think so. Yeah. It seems like it comes in waves. It was in the 50s. It was in the 80s.
That's true.
So Finn, let's get this last question out because we're a little over time, but I want to hear what Joe's answer is to it.
Joe, do you think 2021 is going to be the year you'll land a job you'll be happy with, apart from working in the smell-o-vision industry?
No, I don't believe so.
Already given up on the year, and it just started.
A job I would be happy with? I mean, no, I don't think so. I'm not somebody. I don't live to work. I live to live.
Finn, I literally had to deliver Joe's bucket of chicken to him. He couldn't even go get his own chicken.
And you said you wanted to.
I didn't think you'd be ready in time to record.
I woke up so early. I was the king of waking up early.
The king of waking up.
Yeah.
Well, Finn, thanks for being on, buddy.
All right, well,
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for participating in the Hunt for Holiday Horror. He was one of the guys that rated for us.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
All right. Finn, have a good one, buddy.
You guys too.
My mouth's just so full of chicken, it's hard to respond.
Shut up. Jeez
God.
Louise.
That's not the first time Joe said that sentence. No, won't be the
2
last.
pieces down.
Okay, we got another Joe coming in.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Coming in hot.
Battle of the Joes. We already had the first trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong today. Now we're going to have Joe versus Joe.
Take it easy, Joe. You got 8 pieces of chicken there, man.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but like just be gentle with it. God, dude.
Nobody's taking it from you. This is what I say to my dog all the time when it's eating a snack and it starts growling when I walk by. I'm not taking it from you.
You might.
Take your time with the fucking chicken. Enjoy the bird. No one's coming down in the basement stealing it from you. Chew it. Be careful with it. I don't want you biting into any bone. I don't want the splinters to go into your gums.
Okay.
Take your time. No one's taking the chicken.
Some people have in the past.
We have a guest on, Joe.
We got a good Joe here.
Yeah, Joe, shut the fuck up.
Hey,
see?
Hey, I ain't gonna take back from the
My
second
turn
Joe.
to talk now, so you shut your whore mouth. You got it?
No, absolutely not. I will suck your dick. I'll suck your dick badly.
No thanks. I'll suck my own first.
I'll give you an awful blowjob.
So,
all right. Well, hey, Ryan, Tyler, Joe. I'm the tool man.
Well, hold on one second. Hold on one second, Joe. Ryan's going to ask you a couple questions first.
All right.
Ryan, you still there?
Uh-oh.
All right, am I
This
back?
is a very well-run podcast. Congrats, y'all.
Well, we silenced him.
Joe Buckley, you never silence me.
I
I
can
will
do that
come
with
there.
my farts.
Yeah. All right, so we've got another Joe on the horn right now. Joe, where are you
God
calling
help us
from?
all. I'm calling y'all from Aden, North Carolina, a place that you have almost certainly never heard of.
I have not. I've not heard of it, nor have I been there. I don't think I've been to any of the Carolinas. Joe, what about
Well, there ain't much to
No.
see here, so you're not missing anything.
No.
you?
What is... Because I heard that, like, the bumblebee or something was the mascot, right?
Of what?
Of the state? No, I don't know. Maybe not.
No,
I heard it
what
was
the
the
hell are you
bumblebee.
talking? That's Utah.
Okay.
Hey, Joe, how's Friday Night Fish? Is that a good restaurant?
That was... I
No,
don't
shut
know.
up. This is for I looked up this dude's hometown just to connect with him.
I don't
We're
know.
going to call you Buckley.
We just recently moved from Greenville, a larger town north in the county. So we don't know jack shitter about this area, really.
Okay.
How did you come across the channels? Either Malevolent Movies or The Man with No Brain or both?
Well, I got linked it in the Let Me Tell You About Discord channel. Be like, Tad's like, oh, hey, Joe's doing this new show where all of his friends bully him relentlessly. And I'm like, I want to listen to that.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what? It's been a fun one. It's been a fun podcast. Yeah.
No, yeah. I've listened to every single episode, including the shh hour, which, Jesus Christ, I thought the normal podcast was a train wreck.
No.
Shit.
I believe in anti-podcast. I'm doing an anti-comedy, anti-podcast.
Wouldn't an anti-podcast be like 30 minutes of silence?
Mostly, but I like to do shouting instead.
Which would ironically be better than what Joe does.
That'd be the podcast What's in Joe's Skull. That's what we would call that one.
No,
Maybe
there's
a
just
cricket.
one brain cell pinging around going bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
But yeah, my favorite moment is anytime you make fun of him about, his living situation, and I'm like, God, I'm glad that's not me anymore.
Yeah, that's my favorite too.
Hey, you know what? I like my parents. I enjoy hanging out with the Dan.
Yeah, hey, quick question. What are you going to do when they die? Where are you going to go?
I'll get their house.
You assume as much.
I don't have a house, Joe.
I wouldn't leave you alone in a house for any reason.
Yeah. Well, I'm allowed to touch the oven. I am allowed now to use the oven. I've been upgraded.
You're such a big boy. I'm so proud of you. You
I know.
finally graduated to living upstairs sometimes.
Dude,
Boy,
Joe,
I don't enjoy
your sister's getting married. She might pop out a couple kids. Your parents are absolutely going to give their house to them. They're not going to give it to you. And you want to know why? Because your dad, on your dad's deathbed, Bob, if you're listening, he's probably going to call me and say, Tyler, can you take my boy? I know you got a couple spare rooms. Can you take my boy?
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
He'll be like the Godfather. He'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
Joe will wake up with a horse head in his bed with a note taped to it saying, I'm your sister, please get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, well, when she puts the horse head there, she'll see the other 8 that Joe's been...
I'm not a brony. I am not a brony. Absolutely not.
It's like he likes what them lips do.
I think it's the teeth he really likes.
And the thing is, Buckley's the kind of raw dog that doesn't even shoo away the flies. He just gets right at it.
The flies only make him more erect.
Well, I call it threesome if there's a fly involved.
So, Joe, what's your question?
My question for Joe is that have you ever looked for services for the disabled in your area? This is a serious question. Because if you're looking for a job and you have like an actual disability that's been like diagnosed by a doctor, they can help you find a job.
Yeah,
they can hire you to do a job with them. Like for a long time, I had been fired. I had a mental breakdown at my newspaper job. Don't work at the newspaper. The line never stops.
Oh, yeah.
But I was out of work for like 2 years, and I got with this company in my area, and I've been working for them for 3 years now. Have you ever considered that?
Well, I mean, right now I'm not officially diagnosed with anything. So I don't.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, I'd have to go into the doctor and say, like, hey, can you write me up a script, maybe? Can you write me up a little something?
Can you write me a script?
Yeah.
I I like some morphine, please.
Actually, if I was born like 50 years ago, they would have locked me up in a padded cell for touching myself. That would have been
They
amazing.
should lock you up in a padded cell now.
Well, no. But basically, I just think about how great this would be. I'd be in a room to myself. I'd have my own living situation. I get to masturbate all the time. I wouldn't have to work because the government would provide for me. I would just get to masturbate, and yeah.
Have you considered, cleaning your space? Because Jesus Christ, I listened to that podcast and saw the pictures. It's a fucking mess.
Look at
Also,
this.
if I can work and I've got a disability, your ass can get a fucking job there, Joseph Robert Buckley.
Well, I had a job. I had a job for 2 years, and I was let go because of COVID.
There's plenty out there.
Joe,
you just don't want to look for any.
You're going to be getting a
That's
lot of
right.
this today. There's a lot of questions related to job hunting. So
That's fine.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So in closing, get a fucking job, you lazy bum.
Well, I mean, that's one opinion you
Well
can
done.
have. That's one
Well
opinion,
done.
sure.
thanks for joining us, Joe.
Well,
Thanks,
it was
man.
a pleasure. Y'all have a good day now.
Oh, yeah.
You
have a
too.
good one.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you're writing down these tips, Joe, that you're going to be getting today. Life tips.
I'll re-listen to it on the pod.
Do you guys
You'll
have
look
anything you want to squeak out before we launch into the next one?
I ate 3 pieces of chicken so far. I'm happy.
How many pieces of chicken you got left? How many did you have in the bucket?
Eight.
There's
a 5
Give me an
piece?
8 piece. Yeah.
8-piece extra crispy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Was
takes
there any-
care of me. You don't
All right.
let his bubby down. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we had somebody in for like 2 seconds and then they dropped out.
Uh-oh.
Well, maybe they'll come back.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to invite somebody in, a regular.
Is it who I think it is? A bearded fellow I know?
They have a beard, yeah. But here, I'll ask the first question for people that didn't want to participate in the actual recording. This is from Lord Vegetables. Ow, my brain. Why does my brain hurt?
I mean, I'll take this one. I think, basically...
Is that the question?
That was the question. Why does their brain
Oh,
hurt?
why does their brain hurt? Yeah, you go ahead and handle that one there, Joe.
Some people say that whenever you're in an enclosed space with me, my voice is too loud to stand, and they sometimes get headaches. I've given 3 or 4 different people migraines just by speaking. So if you're listening to these podcasts in a car or something like that with maybe the radio a bit too loud, I believe that could be the issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say
Ryan?
just drink more water.
Oh,
And if it doesn't go away, then go to the doctor.
yeah. A little bit less MSG. Stop getting Chinese food 3 times a week.
Sometimes it's just dehydrated.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that, boys. Yeah, these telephones, I don't really understand them. Oh God,
Is this-
Harold
is this-
Higgins calling.
So I didn't get your name. What is it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan Matthews Ziegler. This is Mr. Harold Higgins calling. I was actually trying to get through to the Single Seniors web seminar. Is this it?
Well, there is a single person on the line that can help you with different single problems. His name is Joe Buckley, but
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm ready to mingle.
oh God. I was hoping for a jolly geriatric. Oh God, excuse me. I'm sorry, but Joe Buckley. Oh God! But no, I'm sorry. I make jokes, but I actually do enjoy your work. You do a good job. You drank the potions. It's all good.
Oh, well,
yes,
thank
you
you.
did.
Thank
Yes,
you.
you did.
I tried to drink.
Well, real quick before
And
we get
Ryan,
to your
please go.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to compliment your work. I saw a bootleg of your film with the frisbee and the nerd, and he gets hit in the balls. I saw a bootleg in Australia.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
great.
wow, that's crazy. I'd love to find out who was able to transfer that 16 millimeter film with all the tape all over
I don't know who had it.
Wow,
it
that's
was great.
incredible.
I loved it.
Well, thank you very much. All right, before we get to your question, man, where are you calling from? Like what state?
I'm calling from Maryland. It's a little place on the East Coast. You might not have heard of it. Lovely water. I get the ocean. It keeps me calm. It's great.
Yeah, they call it a merry land.
Oh, hey, I never thought of it that way. It's almost as if that's why the state was named.
Maybe. Maybe.
That's why I like you, Joe Buckley. You're very insightful.
Thank you. I try to be nice with people. I try to help out, say things on my mind.
Eat your chicken. Eat your
Oh, it's
chicken.
good.
Yeah,
I thought I was
Oh
something
God,
else.
not the chicken.
Joe's
Keep eating
working
the
on an
chicken.
8-piece of chicken while we do this. He's got a full
Oh.
bucket of chicken. He's 3 pieces in right now. He's getting chicken drunk, poultry drunk.
Ryan, I still wake up in a chicken sweat listening to the fireside chat. The first one. The second one, I haven't seen the bootleg of that one yet, but that's okay. You know what to do.
I was looking at my planner.
I understand.
I was looking at my planner from last year, and I was like, "Oh, I remember we recorded that. It was right at the beginning of COVID." Jesus,
we haven't forgotten, and we're going to give you shit about it until it comes out. But that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you're busy. I get it. We all got things to do.
Yeah, I kept making COVID jokes because it hadn't really happened yet. I kept saying that I wish more people would die. I remember that.
I'll release it on the anniversary of lockdown.
So I haven't.
So,
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask you real quick. Also, how did you stumble upon the Malevolent movies and The Man with No Brain?
You know, it's a story you've probably heard before, but I'll tell it again. I'll be brief as I can. You know, there's this other gentleman who Joe Buckley reminds me of, the Christian Chandler. And you know, I'm a fan of. I like his videos, and I like people who document him. You know, the Christorians, if you will.
Yeah.
And one day, I came upon a podcast, and this fella who sounded a lot like Beavis was giving a talk with his cousin Ted, and I said, well, this is a good podcast. And then I listened to the second one, like, wait a minute, where's that boy who makes the sounds? Where's he at?
Yeah.
And he only shows up a couple episodes. And then, by proxy of that, I found the Malevolent movies where you make fun of and that was all the Joe I could want. Oh, boy. And then The Man with No Brain, and then the rest is history. So, like many of his fans, I piggybacked off of Let Me Tell You About, and here we are today.
And do you have any favorite moments?
The ones that where you document his room with the pictures. I've seen some places in my time, but oh, God.
Look at how nice it is.
It's beautiful, actually.
Joe, is your car a mess right now?
No, it's pretty clean. It's
well,
reasonably
well, next
clean.
time it's messy, let's do it for your car.
Oh, okay, sure. I can mess it up. I can stop taking the garbage out.
My boy, your protege. Have you changed the goddamn oil yet?
I did. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Your dad did. Your daddy did.
Well, he helped me. I had to get a ride to and from the oil place.
Joe couldn't even get the hood open because he had so much chicken grease on his fingers it kept slipping.
Yeah, Joe thought the oil was in the tailpipe, and he's like, let me just check the tailpipe here. And luckily we stopped him as we saw him go behind the car and start to unbuckle his pants.
Yeah, I'll check the oil out, all right?
You know, all the things that Joe jokes about, I can take it with a grain of salt. Most of it he's joking, others he's serious. I don't care. But I tell you, when you ask me what stuck out the most, when he talked about 2,000 miles past his oil change, I still think about it. That car's going to die. You got to keep up with it.
Yeah, especially because it's not this new beautiful car. This is a car that's seen some shit. And you got a baby cars like that, Joe.
Hey,
don't
you be talking shit about my beautiful 99 Protege, my disgustingly yellow gray car with the front bumpers falling off because I hit some stuff with it, and I hit some stuff in the back.
Buckley, we've got 3 more minutes with old man Higgins. So okay. Higgins, go ahead and ask your question.
Oh yeah. So anyway, I hope this doesn't sound too generic, but you know, I was listening back through episodes 12 and 13. And you talk about your past with the movie pictures and making films. And we all have interests. Some stick, others don't. And you mentioned you both in your youth were into the movies. Long story short, how did you know? At what point did you decide? Was it an actor, a movie, something? When you decided, that this is going to be my thing. Motion pictures are always going to be my thing. I'm always going to want to act or work on them. And 20 years later, here you both are. What was the point for each of you? The exact point. And I'll yield my time and let you answer.
All right, thanks. Joe, I'll let you go ahead and do it first.
I pretty much, like, as soon as I started watching movies, I was like, hey, well, I think I would really like to be one of the guys who, like, holds the lights. That was always my ambition, is to be just kind of like a guy in the background. So that way I get to, like, watch the making of the movies, and maybe there's, like, a cool story of, like, hey, one time this fat grip accidentally dropped a light on, like, the Clintons or something. And that would be cool. That would just be my place in the history book. So I never really wanted to be an actor. I just kind of fell into that by accident.
For me, it's always. I mean, my earliest memories are watching movies and going to the video store all the time. And so before at a young age, I didn't really understand the concept of making a movie. I knew they were make-believe. I knew people made them, but I didn't understand director of photography and producers and directors. But I knew that there were people in them that I could see. And in my mind, I was like, that's what I want to do. and those are called actors. All right, so I want to be an actor. And then, started doing plays. My first play was, 9 years old or whatever, and just went from there. And then as I got older, I started to get more interested in the filmmaking side of it as well, and really appreciating writers and directors and editors and, special effects people were a big one for me. Something I really got interested in following. And so, for me, it's always been something from the earliest age. I don't remember a time. I think there was only one other thing I wanted to do when I was a kid, and that was be an astronaut. And that was only because I like Star Wars. So really what I wanted to do was be in a space movie.
Yeah, you want to hang out with Chewbacca.
So it's always been something I wanted to do. So acting, but of all the creative things I've been involved in, acting for me is still the most satisfying, both doing it and then when it's over watching it. But I do like writing quite a bit. That was one of my focuses in college. And I would like to direct something again at some point. But my biggest focus is acting.
That's great. That's great. And I wish you both the best in these endeavors. And I love your show. You do a great job. Tyler, your editing is top notch.
Thank you, sir.
I love it. It's worth the wait every week.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me be part of it. And I'm an old man, and I'm 37. And if I could give one piece of advice, if I may, before I leave, do I have
Absolutely.
enough time?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Just one thing. To all the younger people, to help yourselves out, to rise yourself up by the bootstraps. If you want to not be a cuck, listen to Revival, a Dungeons and Dragons real play podcast. It's very good. Thank you.
All right.
Well, thanks for being on, Higgins.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Oh, God. No. Goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye.
I hope he's able to get help for what ails him.
Oh, yeah,
he seems to be in a lot of pain.
His poor back was in pain. I understand. Uh-oh, he's farting as well. Oh, my God.
Well, Ryan, while that was going on, Joe sent me this.
Wait, no! I did not send it. He looked it up on his phone.
Joe always has that.
He looked up the Spin Me Right Round porn video, and he played it.
You know how a lot of dads have a reputation of it doesn't matter who they are. If he's a dad, he always has change in his pocket. That's how Joe is. It doesn't matter where he's at, what the weather is, what time of year, what holiday it is, whether he's at work or not. He always has on the ready a video of a wiener going in a butt, a man butt.
Whoa! Look who's here. We got a big fan here.
Here's some time for the goatee talk.
Special guest.
Thank God for that. I'm glad I could make it.
So Trevor has a fan question for us.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, I sure do. All right, you ready for this, Joe?
Okay.
I guess it's for both of you.
Yeah, it's for both of us.
Yeah.
So this question comes from our fan Brandon, and his question is there a show you really liked but then fell out of favor with? And if so, why?
Me personally, no. I don't watch a lot of TV, and the TV I do watch is normally very short and kind of recommended to me. So I don't have a chance to fall out of favor with anything because it's 6 episodes.
Thanks, Reddit.
As a big of a non-answer as that is I think accurate.
Yeah.
Joe
Yeah, I enjoyed Twin Peaks. I enjoyed The British Office. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All
Shit,
right,
if you can make it through Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of Walking Dead, but I was watching it as it was on. And then I didn't have cable anymore. And then when I did have cable, I was kind of meh about it. So I guess that counts.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. It just kind of, when I was no longer able to watch it, I didn't really seem to care that much that I couldn't watch it. And then when I was able to watch it, I wasn't running to get caught up, and I'm still not caught up. I don't even remember what season I ended on. Probably that.
I hear that one got real boring in the end.
It did. I've been watching even though this isn't really a TV show, it's more of a miniseries. I've been watching The Stand on CBS All Access, and I've been struggling with that. I'm really disappointed. I'm a huge fan of the book. Read it like five times, but I'm really disappointed with that one. But I'm sticking with it. It's only 9 episodes, so I'm sticking with it. But man.
Oh, that's not bad.
And I mean, the book is like 800 pages, right? The book is like extremely long, right?
Yeah, it's long. It's
anything well over 8 pages is too long for you.
I call them chapter books. I don't care for them.
Chapter books, yeah. I mean,
I like picture books.
Chapter book.
What about you, Trevor? You got a show that you fell out of favor with?
I also jumped ship from The Walking Dead. That's the big one, I think. I stuck with Game of Thrones, but only just barely. If there wasn't that gap year between the last 2 seasons, I don't know that I would have watched the last season of it. That felt very much of like, all right, listen, there's 1 season left and it's airing right now. I might as well just bite the bullet, take my medicine so I could say I watched the whole thing.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's it for me. Oh, I guess The Simpsons technically, but who has,
my poor beautiful Bart, man.
But here, we got a guest here who's we apologize. Oh my God.
We actually got a video.
Oh, this is frightening.
This is the first guest we can see.
There I am.
Who is this masked man?
Sorry that we are running behind. Everybody's just so excited to be on the show, mostly just so they can bully Joe.
I've already done that in my free time, so
whatever. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm all good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Hey, man, how you doing?
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's your name?
My name's Anon Q. I have a Twitter account. I post every once in 73 years.
Yeah. But no, he sent me a package. I got some. Yes. He gave me some magic cards.
First piece of Man with No Brain fan mail.
Yeah.
All right. So
you and Joe already have I'm sorry,
so you and Joe already have kind of a bit of a pen pal situation.
Yeah, we've talked before.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hope you're working up to sending him anthrax.
Oh, yes, I am. I have his legal address now.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Hey, whatever. I don't mind. I don't mind getting doxxed.
What state are you calling in from?
Florida.
Florida. All right.
Okay.
How did you first come across these channels, Man with No Brain and or Malevolent Movies?
Did you hear him immediately? Tad.
Yeah. Hey, Ted does a good job of plugging our shit. I enjoy it. I
he plugs your shit about once a week, dude.
Yeah, with the toilet. Yeah,
I'm not even joking. I'm a part of the Let Me Tell You About Discord server. Every single time one of you people makes a video, he mentions everybody about it.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Nice work, Ted.
Do you have any favorite moments from either show? Either channel?
I actually haven't. I've been meaning to watch more Malevolent movies, but I haven't gotten around to it. But Man with No Brain, oh God. Easily the radio show.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. That was good. That was fun.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, we recorded the follow-up to that full on, and there was audio issues. So and it was a good one.
Yeah,
it was real good. A lot of characters, a lot of people, and
we'll get back to it.
Yeah, the audio just fell apart, so we kind of took a break from that because that was frustrating when it turned out that all of that great stuff, there was technical issues. So, but we'll get back to it. Though the saga will continue.
Okay.
Well, on the topic of Tad, my question was just like both you and Joe, what sort of like weird, wacky stories do you have about Tad? And I'm more interested to hear what Ryan has to say because we haven't really heard that many interactions between Tad and Ryan.
Yeah.
So if you want to start it off, and then we can get to Joe, and God knows what he'll say.
Circle jerk.
Well, to be honest, I don't have that. I don't have a whole lot. I didn't. I've never hung out with Tad. Just he and I or anything. Joe's was telling us we were making Butcher the Bakers. We had a podcast that we were recording that just kind of followed the production woes and everything all the way through the release of the movie. And Joe would bring up that he has a cousin that does a podcast. And I'm sure I made, he's a Buckley, or at that time I thought he was a Buckley. I didn't realize his last name was Becker. So I made, jokes about it, but I had never met him. And it wasn't until a short time later, he came around and stuff. So I don't really have any crazy stories about Tad. But I like him.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like Joe, but better.
Oh, sure.
Well, he's a more palatable Joe.
I don't want to call you out, Ryan. But Ryan has had some thoughts on Tad's recent facial hair growth.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Tad, it's time to shave. It's time to shave.
Yeah, Tad, I get it, man. I'm not, I got a lot of scruff, but I've never been a big beard guy. I've tried. It gets itchy. Mine gets a little patchy, so I kind of give up. Not that yours is patchy, but you had to. I don't know how to
He's got
describe
the
it,
under
but
chin.
it's a little under chin, and I wasn't. It almost looked like I was looking for the straps around your ears for it, type of beard. So I don't want to be, I'm just saying, in my opinion, I would trim it at least.
Consent, you gotta take the hint. You're not gonna get a kiss from Ryan if you don't shave it. He doesn't like beard hair in his mouth. You gotta shave if you want the kiss.
That's true. That's if you want to kiss Tad, you gotta at least get it under control a little bit.
Yep.
All right, Joe. Joe, we're so far behind, so try and pick one really good story.
Well, I probably about once or probably twice, like once every 2 weeks, I'll just go over to his house and we'll Chromecast like a bunch of videos on his big TV, and we'll just pick out like all kinds of different videos, like people falling off the subway, or like people accidentally shitting their pants in Kroger's, and we'll just we'll laugh and point at all those people.
And that was the first episode of The Man with No Brain, right?
Yeah, it was.
You brought some poo-poo video?
Yeah, we did. We watched a little bit of explosive diarrhea and then some stores.
Okay.
And it was funnier than I wanted to admit.
Yeah.
It got me. I've watched a few on my own since then.
Yeah, I enjoy watching old people shit themselves.
Jesus
Christ.
Yeah.
Well, Anon, thanks for joining us. Do you have any final thoughts? Do you have any advice for Joe?
Any advice for Joe? Oh God, where do I start?
Eat more chicken.
I don't know, just eat better.
Oh. Well, what, you don't think this pile of chicken bones is eating good?
No. I do not believe so.
Okay.
That looks like something an owl would shit out.
And also, go play that game I've been telling you to go play, Joe. I swear to God, it's just like Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Twin Peaks game.
Yeah. I'll try to. But I got a busy schedule.
No, you do not. You liar.
Clearly.
Yeah. Okay, I understand, though. I understand.
Thanks for joining us, Anon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See ya.
All right, see you, Tyler.
Trevor, we're gonna have to make way for another secret cameo.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
but if you could leave yourself, I don't want to boot you because then you might come back again later.
Yeah.
So I think
sure.
I think we might bring you and the other secret boys in.
Sounds good.
All right.
Well, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Thanks for coming on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta keep moving.
Okay, I understand. I'm gonna drink some of this melon juice to get me up.
It's like the morning radio days. We're like, oh man, we have guests on, and you get out of hand, and you realize, oh, we've missed all the commercial breaks.
Sorry. Guess you don't make any money on radio station. We're sorry.
Okay.
I don't like that voice.
Okay.
I don't like that voice or that chin I just saw.
I got a couple zits. I got a little couple zits.
Whoa,
more than that.
another video.
Another video. All right.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good. How are you all doing?
No, not too bad. I got a pile of chicken.
Yeah, Joe's working his way through a bucket of chicken. How many pieces so far?
4. I'm down to 4 pieces
Then
to eat.
just put some in your mouth so Ryan can take the reins.
Yeah. Okay, I understand, sir.
All right. What is your name?
My name is James.
James. What state are you calling from?
I'm from Wisconsin.
All right, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
All right, not too far from us.
Yeah.
How did you come across the Malevolent Movies and or the Man with No Brain channels?
I think like most people, I heard the Let Me Tell You About podcast about Chris Chan with Joe.
Yeah. That seems to be a big one. Sure.
Eat the chicken, Joe. Eat the chicken. Let James talk.
Yeah.
We'll just talk on the end.
Good.
And I was absolutely fascinated by it. I absolutely loved it. So I started doing like research into like Chris Chan, and I realized that's not the thing I actually cared about. I actually like listening to Joe talk about stuff. So every time they'd release a Let Me Tell You About episode, I was hoping it would be Joe on it or something like that. And then when they released, I think it was the 5th episode on the Let Me Tell You About podcast, I was like, oh, I got to listen to this. And I love your guys' podcast. It is definitely my favorite podcast.
Oh, excellent. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you. And so do you have any moments that stand out in particular? Is there like one episode or one particularly Joe berating that you liked better than any others?
So I was listening to a couple to get ready for the questions, and it was, you guys were talking about like arcade games, and Ryan was talking about something, I can't remember what it was, but Joe just interrupts with, hey, yeah, and so I was playing Monkey Ball, and then Tyler's like, that has nothing to do with what you were talking about.
I just wanted to let my friends know I was playing a fun new game called Monkey Ball from the 2000s.
Monkey Ball. I like Monkey Ball.
Yeah.
And admittedly, sometimes we go a little, for the sake of entertainment, we'll go a little hotter on Joe, and Joe will be a little more annoying just for the show. But in that moment, that was 100% real. That was real life with Joe, where we'll be having a conversation, personal conversation, and he'll just come in with something. And so that was a very real moment. That's what it's like to know Joe.
Yeah, and you know why I like Monkey Ball so much? It's because the controller's shaped like a banana, and if you get up on the stool, you can just suck it.
Why do you have to get up on a stool?
I'm sure if you're a short child, you get the banana in your whole mouth. Yeah,
you had to make it X-rated.
Well, no, I'm saying like whenever I was a child, I would get up on the stool and suck the banana, and then play some Monkey Ball.
James, save us from this mess. What's your question for the guys?
So some of my favorite episodes of this show are the when you talk about the jobs you guys have had, and I'm just wondering if we got an update on Joe's job search.
No, yes, I'm still unemployed. I'm looking. I'm keeping my eye open. I'm keeping my eye open.
What was the last job that you applied for?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You're not sure because you haven't. The last job you applied for was the movie theater where you worked at.
I'm calling unemployment, and I'm going to have them pop on so they can hear you saying this, Buckley.
We're going to sit here for 7 hours until unemployment answers. 7, 8 hours, just so they can a child can yell in the background and they can hang up because they're working from home. Which is what always happens.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It took me about a month and a half to get through because they are so understaffed.
Since you haven't been looking for a job, have you been thinking about employment during this pandemic and maybe what you would want
to avoid it?
I get that, you fucking animal. But I'm trying to ask you a serious question. Have you thought about, eventually you are going to have to get a job. Have you thought about maybe the types of jobs that you would like to explore?
Least painful might just be, I don't know, stocking something, just not having to deal with people.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anywhere in particular?
No, it's all the same.
Well, here's the thing. I bet those jobs are available right this very minute.
Yeah.
I know almost for a fact that there are we live in an area or plenty of warehouses.
Yeah. We also live in a pandemic where there's like 300 cases a day, so I don't really want to go out and touch things.
You aren't worried about the pandemic one bit. If you were, you would wash more frequently.
I bathe every single day. How many times do I have to clarify this? Every single day I bathe, I shower, I
Ace
get
Hardware
clean.
Distribution Center just got a pay increase. That's what the commercials that we were shooting were for. Okay, I think it's over $15 an hour. And you get 401k, you get vacation time, health benefits. You were there when we were making it. You heard all the benefits. It's a decent job, man.
Well, you have to lift about 50 pounds,
what? You might lose some weight, too? Oh,
you might lose your back. You might lose your spine and ability to move at age 40.
Okay, hold on a second. James, can you convince Joe to apply at the distribution center?
Absolutely. Like during the pandemic, I actually got a warehouse job, and I love it because you see no customers at all, and you just do the job. And if you're lucky, you get to wear headphones. The whole thing, do it. Like having money is great. Like, you know how many magic cards you could buy with a lot of money?
Oh yeah. Well, here, I'll show this off on cam. Here, I'll show this.
He's getting his flashlight out.
No.
He ignores everything you said, but he latched onto the magic, and
I bought a couple boxes of unsanctioned.
Yep.
Yeah.
But how many boxes of unsanctioned could you buy if you were working?
Exactly.
It depends. Yeah, $25 a box. So
quite a few.
Yeah.
2 hours of work would buy you one box at least.
Mm-hmm.
If it's over $15 an hour, you're getting hourly.
Well, government takes their cut.
Oh my God. Dude.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
I got an excuse for everything.
Dude, you want to know what? You're taking a cut from all of us. We're paying for your fucking unemployment.
No, my work is paying for my unemployment because that's what they owe me because they fired me.
You've made more from unemployment than you have from the Roxy.
Yeah,
you fucking fart. So you're taking money from us. That's my tax dollars, you son of a bitch. You come over here and you do my laundry right now.
No. That was a basic living wage that people are entitled to for living through a pandemic.
Jesus Christ. You can tell he's getting hot, James. You can tell when you look at his eyes.
You got it worked up. You got anything else to work him up with?
Well, I just wonder, listening to the episodes, I wonder what Joe actually wants, because I think that's what's stopping him from getting a job. He's got to, want a thing to, work for. And, if he keeps getting magic cards so easily, is there, a big thing you want to do?
No, not really right now. No.
You don't
Joe
want
has
to
no
like visit.
ambition is the problem.
Yeah,
It really is what
pretty
it
much
comes
just
down to.
content to die. I'll just live and
Ugh.
die. That sounds
Well,
okay
like-
to me.
Before you die, is there something like you want to do in this life? Do you want to like go to Japan or something like that?
I mean, I can't really think of anything big at the moment. No.
Like in the future, next couple of years, like something you could actually see yourself like as a kid always said you wanted to do that, but as an adult you just kind of put it off.
Yeah. I'd like to get more involved with some different indie films. So I mean, I could have if I had cash, I could go up to Chicago, just kind of shoot up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. You
You
could
could
if you,
do
you know,
this.
Yeah, and that would be doable. That's only about 2 hours away.
Oh my
And once
God.
the pandemic, once we get into a better place, I
Yeah,
think you're going to
another 2
see a
years.
bigger rush.
Another
You're going to see a
2
bigger rush
years.
than
we're
usual of
we're
indie
gonna be
films.
stuck in this forever.
We're not doing 2 more years of this shit. I guarantee you. Ryan and I are bowing out of the Man with No
Oh,
Brain in
okay.
like 3
Oh, yeah.
months.
I
Yeah,
understand.
the man with
I
no
understand.
brain. The man with no brain has a logical endpoint. I don't know where it is, but I mean, we're closer to the endpoint than we are the beginning, Joe.
Okay.
This was a pandemic project.
Now, you see, Joe, if you got a job, you'd have a lot more to say on the show.
Yeah,
So-
because
Well,
we're also
yeah,
running
like my
out of.
back hurts. My back and feet hurt.
you
And
could-
I hate people.
you
I
could
hate
save the
people
show.
so much because I looked at them.
Well, fans, you heard it here first. Joe is ending the Man with No Brain.
Absolutely not. No. I would like to continue the Man with No Brain. It's fun. It's fun to hang out with my friends and talk.
Well,
Yeah.
for you, not for us.
Okay, I understand. You have
I'm
to
gonna
listen to me.
start billing the government so I could take money from your unemployment to pay for my time.
No. It's non-deductible. Luckily, it's not for me. It's non-deductible.
Thanks for coming on, James.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for
Thanks,
having
man.
me.
Appreciate
have a
you
good one,
listening.
man.
When we do another episode devoted to Joe's employment, we can spend more time on this.
Oh, okay.
Excellent.
All right, have a good one, buddy.
Take
You
it
as
easy.
well, guys. Love the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See ya.
See ya.
Okay, woo, we got to keep moving. We are behind schedule.
Eat some more chicken, Joe. Eat some more chicken.
I'm getting pretty full. I ate 4 pieces already.
You are not getting full. You're not getting full until I see that chicken crawling right back up your gullet.
Okay, I understand. I'll drink some melon.
All right, you drink some melon while I talk to this guest. We got another person on. What is your name?
My name is Ian Dugan.
Hey, Ian Dugan. Where are you calling from? Or zooming in from, I guess.
I'm calling in from Astoria, Oregon.
Mm.
Oh,
West
all right.
Coast.
All right.
We've had both coasts now.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've had people. We had someone from Germany as well. So
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
I was gonna say it's my dream to someday have all the Man with No Brain fans and Malevolent Movies fans just link arms one day and make a chain across the entire continent.
Yeah, Joe, you'd make it about the length of the block of your house, you dumbass.
We have a lot of fans. We have
Nobody
a lot of
wants to
fans
hang
who
out with
appreciate
you. Nobody wants to hang out with you.
I understand that. I'm sorry.
Look at this. Look at this.
is that a Bush Light?
Oh.
It's a grape Waterloo.
Oh, it looked like a can of Bush Light. I was getting excited.
Yeah.
I was like,
Let's get crunk.
Tyler's going to tie one on while we do that. He has to.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
pour a
Well,
little vodka in my melon.
so Ian, where did you? How did you come across the channel? Either Man with No Brain or Malevolent Movies or both?
So the first experience I had of Joe Buckley was hearing him on Let Me Tell You About, the other podcast with his cousin Tad.
Yeah.
And at first I thought, who is this guy? Jesus, I don't know about him.
Yeah. What the fuck up?
But the real, when I started really getting into the mind of Joe Buckley was with the Benevolent Buckley Show. I watched the first episode and I thought, for some reason, I just can't get enough. I got to listen more. And
Yeah.
From there I found the Man with No Brain, and then I've been listening ever since.
Awesome. Do you have any favorite moments from any of the stuff you've heard?
There's been a lot. There's been a lot of Joe moments. Off the top of my head, I don't really know.
Well, I call them Jomans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I wish your name wasn't so easily able to put into words like that, Joe.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
I used one the other day. I said Joe Centric, and I was hating myself for 2 hours after saying that.
Okay. I understand.
All right. So, what is your question today, Ian?
So my question for Joe was, what kind of a student were you in high school? Did you study at all? Were you a class clown? Do any clubs or anything?
Oh, he's a clown, all right.
Yeah. I was an extremely poor student, I would say. I never did a piece of homework at home, I believe, throughout my entire career. A lot of times I would do it like on the car ride over to school or in the class that it was due to be handed in.
You didn't live there very far, though, from your,
Yeah,
I mean, how
about
long
10
did it
minutes.
take you?
About 10 minutes to do
So
my
you
homework.
did every homework assignment within 10 minutes, writing
Or not
papers
turn
in
them
10
in.
minutes.
Or not turn them in, yes.
Now, Joe, this is not because you struggle academically. This is because you just don't care. So you
Look,
have
I have ADHD, so it's very hard for me to concentrate.
You
and
have
I
the
don't care
intelligence.
about school. School was horrific. It was just a pointless waste
you're
of
not.
time for me.
I'm trying to actually compliment you for once in my
Okay,
fucking life. You're not dumb. You just don't have the patience for it.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck about school. No, it was awful. But then I passed high school. That was fine. I did college, about C average. I didn't give a fuck. Didn't turn stuff in. But I passed that. I got 2 associate's degrees. And that's about the extent of my
I still
schooling.
don't think you got 2.
I did.
Get up and get the diploma. Let's end this fucking bullshit right now. Do you have it? Do you have it?
I don't know if my mother's home. She would know where they are.
My
And
mommy.
I think I was working at the college when that went out, because I think I remember seeing, because I worked in the shipping and receiving department, so it was also the mail.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing your name a couple of times.
Yeah.
And it was either because we were sending out your diplomas, or it was one of the various letters, saying you owe some money.
Yeah, I'll go over to the vice principal's office. You need a paddling.
Joe kept asking for the dissected cats
Yeah.
from the science program.
He just wanted the butt parts.
I had a decent time in the college I went to, because
IVCC.
well, I didn't necessarily want to dox myself, but that's okay.
Dude, we just had a fan on whose address you gave.
I understand.
We all know you live in Grand Ridge, Illinois. How many times we've said Grand Ridge?
Sure.
I want to dox myself.
I understand that, but I was gonna say I had a fun time at IVCC because there were a bunch of magic people who just hung out in the cafeteria for 8 to 12 hours a day. So in between classes, I could just go and play some Magic.
Yeah.
Ian is so unimpressed right now.
Yeah, he's like, oof, why do I waste my Sunday with this?
Well, actually, right after this, I'm going to a Magic tournament. So
See,
I'm in
Hell
there.
yeah.
Okay.
But
I
Ian
just
probably
got,
actually wins games.
I do okay for myself. But yeah, just bought a couple boxes of Unsanctioned, bought a box of Commander Legends, so I'm gonna open those. Hope I do all right.
Oh, okay. I'll be playing Commander as well.
Nice. Yeah, Commander's the greatest format out there.
I agree.
I'll go on record with that. Oh yeah.
Oh, ooh.
I will.
I hope Big Magic doesn't hear this and get upset.
Hey, fuck Modern, fuck Standard, fuck Pioneer, fuck Pauper, fuck Legacy, fuck Vintage Commander, Elder Dragon Highlander.
Ian, do you have any advice for Joe? About anything?
Yeah, let me think here.
Maybe be less
I'm not
sweaty.
sure. I'm not. I'm not sure if any advice I could give, would work for Joe. I mean, he's just such a character. I mean,
Yeah. Just kind of set in my ways like an old dog. You can't teach this old dog new tricks.
Maybe think about other people's feelings.
Yeah, that
Joe?
could work.
That's a good one.
Okay,
I'm
it's
not
something
saying
I've
that
struggled with. Okay.
I'm saying in general. I'm not saying you hurt people's feelings. I'm saying take into account other people in the world's feelings
I am very Joe-centric.
Before that's my fault. Before some of the things you spew.
Okay. I get that.
Now, Joe, did you realize in the announcement video for this Q&A that you, despite the fact that The Man with No Brain is an exploration of you were the moon to Ryan's Earth?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that? I did that very intentionally.
Yeah. Okay, you're doing a little Kubrick visual symbolism. I understand.
Symbolism?
Symbolism. Yeah, I heard a brand new word on the.
Because I'm trying to
brain.
get you to think that sometimes you can revolve around other people.
Okay, I understand. Sometimes sometimes I'm full of cheese. Sometimes I got holes in my skin. Sometimes I'm all flat and shit. Yeah.
And much like the moon, when people finally encounter you, it's like,
yeah.
At least I say I was there. At least I met him, I guess.
Well, we don't need to go back. We can just end the space program.
Oh, God. Ian, thanks for being on the show, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one, man.
You too.
All right, our next one, we've got the next couple. All
nice,
right.
Yeah. We got these lined up fast.
I did all the work, you fart.
we got.
No, I'm saying
we got.
I really helped.
The royal we. from the Big Lebowski.
Why are you not eating chicken?
I ate a bunch of pieces. I mean, I can eat some more probably.
You eat all of it.
I want you to eat until it's gone, even if your stomach is heaving.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. Biden's president now, and he's big on climate change. You eat that fucking cardboard.
Okay. Yeah, I'll digest this plastic as well for the earth.
You know, you're the future shoe nice. You're gonna eat the food, and then you're gonna eat the wrapper.
They're at some point
they're gonna live in your car.
Yeah, I want to be drunk and hit my children too.
They're going to realize that there's a fungus in your anus that they can shove plastic up there and it will eat it.
Well, yeah, they won't be getting any because I don't enjoy stuff up my ass. So it's too bad for the future, but I'm going to have to pass.
Okay. Hey, I think we are here. Ryan, take the reins.
All right, we have another guest on The Man with No Brain. What is your name?
Axon Nunez.
Yeah. How you doing?
And where are you zooming from?
Indianapolis.
All
right. We got a buddy of ours that worked on Butcher the Baker's, I believe, that lives in that area now.
Yes.
Where did you stumble across The Man with No Brain or Malevolent Movies? How did you come across these channels initially?
I was looking after searching a bunch of really obscure movies. I was watching a horror YouTube guy, and I scrolled down. It was like a zombie horror movie review.
Yeah.
And I stumbled across this funny bunch of Canucks.
All right. Have you heard? Is there anything in particular that you've heard so far that stands out as a favorite of yours?
I like how everyone jokes around with the Buckley most of all than other podcasts.
Thank you for referring to him as the Buckley.
Yeah,
because
the Buckley.
The more we can dehumanize him, the better.
Yeah, I understand.
All right. So, what is your question today?
My question is, if you and Buckley had to make a diet plan for each other, what would it be?
That's an excellent question.
That's a great question because that's always on my mind. How I can get Joe healthier. For Joe, I would just say do intermittent fasting. I'd say tell him to do 16 hours of not eating, 8 hours of eating every day, or at least most days, 5-6 days of the week. And then I tell him just to try and eat more than just fried chicken and pizza. And, not that he can't have that, but have it in moderation, but also focus on good proteins and vegetables, whatever vegetables you can stomach and that sort of thing. I would, just start with that, maybe do a little exercise when you can.
Okay.
Go for a few walks.
It's hard when your friends bring you a bucket of 8 pieces.
Well, that doesn't happen every day. This could be your cheat day. This is your cheat day.
Oh, my cheat day. Okay.
Yeah.
My advice to Ryan would be, I'm kind of like a nurturing grandma. I think you look a bit thin. I think more cheese. I think you need to eat more cheese. Here, can I offer you a plate of something to go? Yeah.
And I'd probably take the cheese. God damn.
Okay.
That's
you don't know,
I would
know where that cheese was cultured. That could have been straight from the belly button or the crack.
Yeah.
I would never offer you crack cheese.
Crack cheese.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you satisfied with those answers, Axel?
I just want to say, meet your heroes sooner than thought, because I think by the end of this, the Buckley might do something to Ryan.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a knuckle sandwich. All right. Ooh.
You will not touch me, Joe.
Oh, I'm getting closer to you.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, yeah, appreciate it.
You are more than welcome. We're sorry that you forced yourself to do this.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time.
Ooh.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
See ya.
Have a good one.
Day.
I'm gonna go ahead and read a question. I'm gonna keep this moving. Okay. So this is from Patchy the Pirate.
Oh.
What animal, vehicle, I think he means mode of transportation, and food do you hate the most? So one of each. So what animal do you hate the most? What mode of transportation do you hate the most? And what food do you hate the most? Let's go with you, Joe.
Okay, I'm gonna say fuck boats.
Fuck boats.
The issue is they're all wet. They bob up and down, so your tummy hurts. And then you get all wet when you're on them, and they take forever. I don't want them. Food, any kind of pasta. Don't give me pasta. No, thank you. So any kind of noodle, any kind of lasagna, any kind of dish involving noodles. No, thank you.
And animal.
I'd say chimpanzees are a little bit too uppity for my taste. I'd punch a monkey. I'd beat down a gorilla.
You'd beat a gorilla off is what you'd do.
No, they have tiny penises. Statistically, they have the tiniest penises of all mammals. It's an amazing little fact about gorillas.
All right. I can't really think of any animal I hate. So I'm going to include insects in this, and what would be spiders, because I really, really, really dislike spiders.
But Ryan, you should let them go outside of your home.
Nah.
They eat flies.
Food, I don't like green beans, especially canned green beans. Frozen, maybe, but green beans in general, I'd be okay if they disappeared. And mode of transportation, I took public transportation for a decade. I took buses and L's, and probably buses are the worst. You know, they were just, especially in the summer, packed and smelly, and just you're trying to get the driver's attention. You're pulling the chain to get your stop. A lot of times they ignore you and they keep going, or they drive right by you even though you're standing next to your stop. Public bus transportation is my least favorite.
You don't like to put on the Greyhound blanket? The nice blanket they give you on the Greyhound?
I'm talking I'm not talking like cross country. I mean like city, like in Chicago, you take the bus down, you know. I had to do that all the time.
I'm going to squeeze in another question here from Vagicarp. Ryan, when you worked at the video store, did you ever try to steer people into watching one of your favorite movies?
Yes. Yeah, always. One of the cool things is you could put movies on the TVs around the video store. And I remember you had to think about the content. You know, if it's a Saturday afternoon, you can't put it in a Total Recall or something. But I put in the original King Kong. But I would often try and steer people into, you should, if they're renting something and I can make a connection to it, you're, renting this action movie. I'd be like, have you seen any of the Charles Bronson stuff from the 80s? It's real funny and cheesy. And, I often, would try if there was time to get people. I don't recall it being too successful.
Yeah, please just watch anything that was made before 1990. Any movie of your choice. Please.
And the other one was, what was one of the weirdest movies you witnessed someone renting or buying while working?
Oh, I can't tell you the title, but they had an adult section. And the weirdest was more the situation. It was right before closing time, which was midnight, and on like a Sunday. And this guy rented a stack of porn. A stack. And it's like you're just beeping through it, like you would a stack of anything, and trying not to,
Yeah.
But I was like, it's midnight on Sunday. And this guy's like, yep, I'm going to go rent, 16 porn tapes.
Well, I got all week, Mr. Ziegler. I got all week for this stack.
I think they were only 2-day rentals.
Damn. No, he might have been a bootlegger. He might have just been ripping them and selling them. Who knows?
Yeah, sure.
And I think we kind of already covered his other question for Joe, which is about what ailments and mental illnesses has Joe been tested for. So we'll skip that because we are behind schedule once again. And here comes our next buddy.
All right. I believe we have our next guest on the show. What is your name?
My name is Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm all right, boys.
Hey, where are you zooming in from?
I am in Texas currently.
Okay.
It's real yeehaw.
Oh yeah. Well, it's real hot down there. It'll burn the clothes off your back.
Oh yes, sir.
It's January. What's the temperature right now? Matt,
87 degrees.
Honestly, it's like 70 or something. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
I've been inside for so long, I don't check the temperatures anymore.
Do you guys gotta check your shoes for scorpions and shit whenever you go outside?
Yeah, there's always snakes in the boots and scorpions and ants like that. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So, Matt, real quick, how did you come across The Man with No Brain or Malevolent Movies, the channels?
I think from Let Me Tell You About, honestly. You guys did the episode.
Oh, yeah, whenever we put the episode on this, yeah. He let us put an episode up on this channel.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
Okay.
And do you have any favorite moments that you can recall from any of the things you've heard?
Just Joe's freakouts and stuff like that. That's usually the best moments.
Yeah, I'm like the greatest freak out ever boy whenever he got mad at his brother and shoved a remote up his butt.
Yeah, that was cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Joe was the director of that video.
I was, yeah. It was my masterpiece. It was my Magnolia.
Oh dude. Is Magnolia good? I've never seen it.
It's very good. I love it. I love it. It's slow, but it's extremely good.
Yeah, it is pretty great. So what question do you have for us today, Matt?
So I guess basically is I'll just read it verbatim how I wrote it. So across the Malevolent movies cinematic universe, including Let Me Tell You About, there's been a lot of conversations about weird social situations and like bizarre characters in the Midwest specifically. So I guess my question is the Midwest genuinely insane like you guys portray it, or is it just a matter of regional differences?
I'd say yes, basically. I think
you want to elaborate on that thought?
Yeah, here's my little take on it. So leaded gasoline was huge for a while, and they banned it. But like everybody who was exposed to lead, it just rotted their brain. So that's why you see like all these dumb fuck old people, and they just have nothing going on behind the eyes. They have dark blank eyes like a shark, and they just kind of zone in on you. I think that's what that is. It was the lead in the gasoline.
All right, yeah. Did you hear that, Grandma Buckley? How does that make you feel? Hearing your grandson talk about you like that.
That's fine. You shouldn't listen to the podcast. You said you did not enjoy my swearing, so you weren't going to listen. So that's fine. Go ahead. Don't listen. See if I care, Grandma.
And keep in mind, Matt, that Joe answered this question about the Midwest having never lived anywhere else.
Well, sure.
Okay. And having very little interaction with people from anywhere else.
Yeah. You know, I see YouTube videos, though. I see people, like, having fun with their phones and, like, eating, like, lobster and shit.
This Zoom call where we're having people from Germany call in is the most cultured Joe's ever been.
No. I also watch films in Japanese.
Akira Kurosawa and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I tell you, I don't know about crazy, but having moved and lived in different places, and now I guess technically I'm in the South, even though I would argue that this is not really the South where I'm at, but there is a difference. I would say Midwest people are a little more quick to get worked up about things. From at least my experience, they're a lot more high strung than maybe pop culture acts it there. Everyone thinks Midwest is real, like, oh, everyone just kind of takes it easy. And it's like, a lot of people have very strong opinions and get mad very easily. Whereas, you know, where I'm at now, things are a lot slower. I mean, both people drive slower, people talk slower, people react slower, and people, you know, are always, you know, when I'm like hyped up and want to get things done and drive fast. And
yeah, you're just dealing with snails, basically, snail
so
people.
There is a difference. But I would say my experience Midwest they're a little more high strung, especially when you Midwestern cities like Chicago and stuff like that. But even the Illinois Valley area where we're all from, people are they just get worked up real easy about a lot of shit.
Yeah, well, it's like I'm walking here. Get the fuck out of my way. You know,
You've literally never had that interaction in your life.
No,
and what movie is that from, Joe? What movie are you referencing?
That is from the famous NC-17 film Midnight Cowboy.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, but Joe Buck.
Movie.
Yeah, Joe Buck. Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure. I'm always got to be on my toes with you, Buckley, with your references these days. After some information has come to light that we're not going to let anyone know about yet, but there's going to be a future Man with No Brain episode that's really going to call into question everything you think you know about Joe Buckley.
Whoa.
Matt, do you have any specific examples of things we've discussed that you found very curious or odd?
I mean, just like Joe, the Magic the Gathering group with the guy that you didn't like. I don't remember exactly. Maybe he ate all the hot dogs and
they iced him out.
Yeah, we did. We had to. What that was basically he was breaking the social status quo that we had set up of the kind of games we liked, and yeah. So we ended up taking him out early every single game, and he eventually left.
And Joe's real proud of himself. You could see his face right now. You'd see the smug, just full of himself face that he just had when he said, "Oh, we asked him out." Yeah. He was real proud of himself, bullying that guy out.
He made the games uncomfortable for us. He wasn't a pleasant person to be around, so fuck him.
And he won the games. That's what made it unpleasant.
To play Magic with you.
Okay, now hold on a second. This guy that you pushed out of your group.
Yes.
On the scale of cleanliness 10 being clean,
Yes.
0 being not very clean. Where was he? Because I'm guessing he was on the higher end of that spectrum, while the rest of you were on the lower end.
Absolutely not. He was fine. I never noticed any particular smells coming from him, but he was just like a real smug piece of work, and we didn't like that.
Smug piece of work.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm trying to watch my language in front of children who might be listening.
Jesus. No, it's coming from you. Like you saying smug piece of work.
Okay. Well, I am not a smug Magic player. If you get over on me in a good game, I'll say, "Hey, that was a good play, man. That was a good play." But he's always like, "Oh, come on, let's just play this out like you didn't play that spell. Let's just play this out like you didn't win."
Oh,
he never wanted to lose. He basically never wanted to lose, and that's how we beat him.
Okay.
Joe's all business right now too.
Yeah. When it comes to magic and job hunting, ooh, Joe.
Oh, you think my priorities are reversed?
No, I'm just saying that those are two things that you get real hot about.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, he's got that with that Midwestern thing. There it is. Real worked up about stuff.
It was the lead. It was the lead in the gasoline. I can't help it.
How's that back in crack moisture right now? Are the levels high?
My basement is very dry. I like it down here. It's not damp. It's not damp at all. It's not moldy, musty. No, it's nice.
Show Matt your chicken.
Oh, sure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some nice bones. I got some ketchup. Hell yeah.
Yeah. How many pieces of chicken you have left, Joe?
I got 4.
Eat it. Eat another one. Get a leg or something.
You got to finish it before we're done here.
Yeah.
Okay. I got an hour to go.
Matt, do you have any advice for Ryan or Joe?
Honestly, just keep on doing what y'all are doing. I mean, it's always quality. It's always funny.
All right, Matt. Well, thanks for that, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good one, Matt.
You too.
I got a real itchy face today.
Where was the last place you put your face?
My pillow.
My pillow. My pillow.
My pillow, babe.
My pillow.
And my mother washed them for me recently. So that shouldn't be an issue.
All right, while you grab another piece of chicken, we're going to talk to this next guest. Who do we have on right now? Oh, I think his thing.
The microphone figured out here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Joe, grab that chicken.
Oh.
Who do we have on the line today?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Whoa!
Oh, I knew Nicholas would be on.
Yeah.
Surprise guest.
Oh, how's it going, fellas? You getting some real questions that are hitting real hard, or
I ate the chicken.
Yeah, okay. There it is.
There was a gentleman who came on earlier who I think would be a great addition to Joe's subtraction, and that was Old Man Higgins. I quite enjoyed his shtick, and I think, what Man No Brain has done, we get the old man with some brain.
Yeah. Old man Higgins was on here. And,
we just tossed Joe aside to the curb, just throw him away like old garbage.
Well,
yeah. Joe, tell me a joke.
Okay, there's 2 people in a bar, right? And the one guy says, "Hey man, I've been really stressed out. I've been drinking all kinds of stuff." And the other man says, "Hey, well, what are you drinking right now?" And he says, "There we go. That's it. That's the joke."
Joe.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm glad to be here. Ooh, that's good flavor, by the way, Joe.
Melon. I got my melon.
Do melon something.
Oh,
He's got 3 of them. You start on that second one.
I will. Oh yeah. I'm just about done with this.
Yeah, take your medicine.
I'm taking my sugar pills. Doctor. It's gonna make my brain all better. Yeah, doctor. Thank you for making my brain fixed.
Nick, I believe you have a fan question for us.
Yeah. I'm not just here to hear Joe. I'm here to speak on behalf of the fans.
Okay.
And James has a question for you, Joe.
Okay.
James would like to know, what is the single piece of media, movie, game, book, etc., that has disappointed you the most? Much like you disappoint us on a regular basis.
I mean, that's a really hard one. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I try not to get my hopes up on anything. Oh, thank you, Tyler. That's just a video of some man poop. Oh yeah, he's poo-pooing in the open anus of another man. He made a nice little Harlem shake, and he's shitting into the open asshole of his friend while wearing a helmet and standing on a toilet. Thank you, Tyler. That contributed. Thank you for contributing to the podcast.
That shit coming out of that guy and hitting his friend's butt is better than 90% of the stuff that comes out of your mouth, Buckley.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that that's Blippy, that's every child's hero Blippy, makes it even better.
Yeah, that is funny. I do find that funny that some child
I'm
entertainer.
sorry, Joe. That's actually a good
ass.
question that James asked. So if you could answer.
It is, yeah. But Joe doesn't have a good answer.
Well, no, I don't. Like with the directors I follow, none of them have really gone up and disappointed me. Like I loved Twin Peaks: The Return. I thought that was fantastic. I really liked Inherent Vice. Some people hated it.
Any new media in the last 5 years that watched?
I watched Star Wars and I didn't really care, but I wasn't disappointed because I wasn't expecting anything, and I thought it was fine. It was fine. The new Star Wars. A lot of people hate that and despise the sequels.
The reason Joe's having a hard time answering this question is because he doesn't watch anything new. He doesn't. The directors he likes are either dead, which I understand that. A lot of my favorite directors are also dead, but
yeah.
There's not a lot of new media that can disappoint you when you don't watch any of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really go out of my way to see the new releases. I'll watch whatever.
I think the real problem is that enough time hasn't passed for people to create Joe's opinions for him on the internet for most new media. So that's why we don't hear a lot, because the world has not had a chance to tell him what to say exactly and what to.
Yeah, we referenced the Godzilla versus Kong trailer, and Joe hasn't said one thing about it because he hasn't checked the forums yet to see what he should say about it.
No, I said it should be called Godzilla versus Bong, and he destroys the city looking for a Domino's, and then his breath is weed smoke.
But that's a joke. You haven't actually had any sort of opinion about the movie.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Anything.
I don't care about that. I don't care one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you will. You'll have an opinion at some point.
I'm surprised you don't like having fun, Joe.
Yeah. I mean, I have fun with my own little private movies.
Oh, what?
No, with the movies I watch. I have fun with those.
Oh, the movies you make with Tad?
No.
Joe's got one of those lipstick cameras, and it's hooked to a little snake that goes right up his little bum.
Yeah. And so in terms of media I just recently consumed and really liked, I really liked Serial Experiments Lane. I thought it was extremely good, very unique vision, really good camera movements and shit. Very it was very prophetic in terms of what the internet did to society.
Oh yeah, I saw that the exact quote from Cinema Scrote 92 on Reddit. So
no, actually, I talked about Serial Experiments Lane using my Trump Twitter. I recommended that to Jim Belushi or whatever. So yeah. And I've been reading The Punisher by Garth Ennis. That's a comic book, and I think that's pretty good. I liked his take on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As opposed to who else's take on it?
I don't know. Back in the day, he was an old Spider-Man villain, and that's kind of boring. I don't give a shit about that.
Cool story.
Okay.
Nick, do you mind popping back on around 2:40?
This is about the fans, not about me, not about Joe.
Yeah.
It's about
All right, Nick. Thanks for coming on. We got a fan waiting in the wings here.
Ooh.
Good luck.
Let's give him a kiss.
Okay. Get some more chicken on your plate, Joe.
I did. I was eating it, but then I had to talk.
Nope. You eat while talking. That's never stopped you before.
Hey, I have good table manners.
No, you do not, dude. You lick your fingers constantly, and then you try to touch people.
I try to give him a hug.
Just watching you put that chicken in your mouth. I've never seen anybody put you've got your thumb and your pointer finger. You've gripped the meat, and then you put both fingers all the way inside of your mouth like this, like that. Ugh.
Yeah, he pushes the meat all the way to the back of his throat, and then he takes his fingers out.
Yeah, what's wrong with eating how you like?
All right, we've got another guest on. Hey, who are we talking to?
Hi, I'm William. I've been watching for a little bit. I came here off Let Me Tell You About, a lot of other people, I imagine.
Yep. That's probably the number one way the channels have been discovered.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where are you calling in from?
Seattle, Washington.
Ooh.
All right. Excellent. Do you have any favorite moments from any of the things you've heard over the last year, couple of years?
I've gone back to the Tad episode, like number 10, several times because, well, it's longer than the other ones. It reveals a lot about the character of Joe, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of motivating in a way.
Yeah.
Like you're saying you don't want to end up like
What
Joe
not to do.
necessarily.
Well, I don't know if I can end up like, I don't know if I can avoid it. Podcast is sort of motivation for me. I really like what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely try. I mean, I don't mind. I don't necessarily mind being people's like foible in terms of what they don't want to end up being. I think that's okay.
Well, I'm not doing a very good job not ending up like you, so I don't know whether I should embrace it or whether I should keep trying.
I say embrace it, my man.
Trying.
I say embrace.
Keep trying.
Yeah, keep trying.
Don't listen to him.
And,
Keep trying.
And worst case scenario, if you do end up like Joe, what can happen is maybe you and Joe get together in a house and you work on each other, and then we videotape it and we make a new podcast out of it.
It's called Big Bother.
Awesome.
It's called Big Bother, and it's just people bothering us.
Boo!
Actually, pretty clever.
Yeah, see, exactly. Fuck you, Tyler. Yeah, you see,
Hey Joe.
that's what
Hey
the
Joe.
fans say.
Do you have any advice for William to live the life that you live?
You gotta make sure.
Fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking fart. I muted his ass.
Joe Buckley will never know how to control his own podcast. Look at him sitting there.
All right, Joe, I'm asking you to unmute. You can unmute.
Oh, so I can get a word in edgewise. Okay, that's nice of you.
It never comes in edgewise. It comes right at your face.
Well,
It's a very dull edge.
No, absolutely not. I like to edge. I like to keep going
Okay,
for a while.
it's all right. William has a question. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so seeing your podcast, I keep wondering, me and Joe, we're so alike. Like, we live in our parents' basement. We don't have a job. And it got me thinking about jobs. And I was thinking, Joe, if you could have any job in the world, like, no restrictions whatsoever, what would it be? Would you want to, like, be a pro Magic player? Would you want to be a flavor tester for flavor condoms? Would you want to be a garbage man? What do you want to do? Like, anything, no restrictions.
Yeah. No, I would like to be a professional podcaster. That'd be nice. Yeah, just talk for a living, make people laugh, tickle their funny bones. Nothing wrong with that.
Or on the road there, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to do anything where I really have to move physically much, is my big issue.
I'm like biting through my tongue right now because you've got money, you've got a place to live, you've got the utilities to make a podcast, and yet you are the laziest fucking piece of shit I've ever met in my life. You could do podcasting all the time. You could podcast 24/7 and you don't do it.
Yes.
I want you to do it. I want you to make money.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you do like live podcasts on YouTube, streaming, or in other words, and start doing that?
Me and Tanner actually
react to some new thing every day. Like, I'm going to try this new thing and see how you react to it. Give an honest opinion. It would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, you know I would watch it, Joe. You know we would all watch it.
Well, me and Tanner are working on something where we just kind of make fun of people doing reviews on Google or whatever.
That's like, all right, well, and that's cool. But I'm talking about just you.
Yeah.
Talking about just you, because Tad's busy sometimes. So you can do that as well. But when Tad is at work or you can't get together and do your stuff, you from 2 to 4 every day or whatever you set the time parameters, you do a YouTube stream.
No, I understand that. My only
Talking
issue
about anything.
Yeah. My only issue with that is I don't really like to be on mic alone. Yeah, which I've always said.
Wow.
I've always said it, guys.
Yeah. That's my only issue with it. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, William, what are some other thoughts you have for Joe or Ryan, or anything else you want to know about him?
I'm not sure. I mean, I've already heard more than enough on the podcast. Can't really think of anything else that I need to know.
Sure.
Another example, Joe, of why the man with no brain has a very definite shelf life. We're starting to hit that. Now you're hearing it from the listeners themselves. They're like, I kind of heard everything that I need to hear about you, Joe.
I have a personal problem, though, because I'm very complacent. Like, I can't tell if media is good or bad. I just accept without question whatever's given to me. So I don't know what I really want, to be honest. Maybe it's just...
Well, you're the perfect YouTube viewer then. Not complaining about what we put out. It's great. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, okay, William, do you have, since, because Ryan and I have mentioned many times on this episode so far, in talking with the fans that Man with No Brain it's hitting the end of the road here. There's not much more to say or talk about. Are there any topics you would like to see us explore?
Well, I know that what really caught me, what I went back for, was the kind of thing where you're just digging into Joe, trying to figure out how he works, like in the Tad episode. I don't know if you could do it again. Like you said, you're running out of the well's running dry. I don't know. I'll pretty much just consume whatever you guys put out, which may not be the best mentality, but what am I going to do?
Yeah. We could try to do a Make Joe Cry episode. Who knows?
No, I don't want to do mean stuff, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
I get up at you sometimes and I, make sport of you. But I don't want to do an episode that's just basically meant to be mean to you. That's not fun for me. That's not good energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are at the end of the day, yes, we bust balls and we go a little hot on the show, but you're my friend.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend a lot of time like, how can I hurt my friend? That's not fun.
Let's put
and
needles in his feet.
I think that's bad. I think that's bad. That's bad energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because ultimately, we want you to be successful. We want you to get out of the literal basement. We want you to be out there exploring the world because we want to hear your thoughts on stuff. But the problem is the only thing you consume is the internet. Well, all any of us have to do is open our phones and we get the same opinions that you're regurgitating. So I want to see I want Joe Buckley to get out there and you know what? Why don't you go make somebody a commercial? Make a commercial for Tad's Let Me Tell You About. Put it up in the theater. I want to hear about your experience doing that. Why don't you go do another bit part in a indie film and let's hear about that experience.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, it could work. Yeah,
and then you even everything about that is going to be something you could talk about. How you got to the set, what happened on the set, the actual shooting, what you felt, what you ate. The entire adventure is going to be through your eyes and through the Buckley brain is going to be entertaining and something new.
Yeah,
there's only so much. Yeah, there's only so much. Oh, I watched this cartoon and I played with my wiener. There's only so much mileage we can get out of that. You know what I mean?
Sure. But do you want to hear about all the different techniques I used on my wiener?
No.
I mean, even then, there's only so many.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, there's probably one. It's mashing.
No.
You probably touch your wiener like you've been gripping those chicken thighs. You just get in there. And
No, I grind my hips on the cement floor and I just really mash my wiener on the.
You grind your
ground.
hips?
Oh yeah. Ooh, what is that? Ooh. I make it hurt. Yeah.
Oh, so you're laying on your belly?
Yeah, laying on your belly, and then you just try to make your pee-pee hurt.
You know what, Joe? If it helped you, encourage you to pursue a romantic relationship with another human being, I'll gladly devote an episode to love and love making. But you've got to have that experience. You've got to be able to match Ryan 1 for 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can hire a whore. Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
God. Again, Joe. Thinking about the other feelings of people in the world.
Either William is like he's fucking laughing, or he's
maybe
at the
choking.
bottom of a big gulp right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I got some of this melon Mountain Dew. Nothing wrong with drinking a little sody pop.
Yeah, drunk some of that sody pop, and so William can go about his day. We're taking up enough of his time.
It's nice talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, William.
William. Thank you.
Hey, William, don't be like Joe. You keep moving in life. Actually, you know what?
Like Joe.
You if you get a new job, if you meet a lovely individual that becomes your partner, or if you have some big milestones in life, email us. Let's have you back on the show. So let's share that. We want to hear about what's going on with you.
Okay. And maybe that will be motivation for Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do, but usual, make no guarantees.
Yeah. That's how I like to live life. Yeah.
Joe Buckley, # make no guarantees.
Yeah. No guarantee. No guarantee allowed. God. Hey, listen, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
You're a far cry from Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. No, I remove my ribs so I can suck my own penis.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing Joe knows about Marilyn Manson.
Yep.
Is that old internet rumor.
Thanks for coming on, William.
No problem.
you.
Hope to see you guys around soon.
Yeah, have fun.
See ya. Okay, we got another person waiting in the wings here.
Okay.
All right, Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, all right. We have another guest on the show this afternoon. What's your name?
Morgan.
Morgan, where are you calling in from, Morgan?
Staten Island.
Oh, awesome! Right. Man. We've got people from all over the United States today.
Oh, yeah.
All places I haven't been to.
Yeah, I'm gonna be putting pins on the map.
Hey, Joe, where's Staten Island?
It's by the water.
No. What state is it in?
New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
you were gonna say
you see the
Florida.
trepidation in his eyes. Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Flew York.
Yeah. It's because they put the fluoride in.
So, Morgan, how did you come across The Man with No Brain and or Malevolent Movies channel?
So actually, I was originally a fan of Let Me Tell You About.
Oh, yeah.
So, in fact, I think the first video I watched on that was the Chris Chan video that Joe and Tad did.
Yeah.
And
his wacky antics.
Yeah. But, yeah, and so I've watched like a couple things with Joe on them, and that kind of led me to The Man with No Brain, so...
Yeah, because we've done some more like Let Me Tell You About, but like yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I was gonna say like I'm very loud on that, and it's very hard for him to adjust the audio levels whenever we do them together.
Yeah, no, I've heard that's a common problem.
Yes.
Morgan, do you have a favorite Joe moment?
Jeez. Trying to think here.
What about that time that Joe pooped his diaper on the podcast?
I don't listen to every single episode, so I might have missed it. I will admit I might have missed that one.
Show us your drawers right now. Show us that there isn't a brown spot right now.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just gonna.
Jesus, dude.
I'm wearing big boy boxers.
Big boy
boxers.
Is that the
All
brand?
right, well,
yeah.
So do you have a question for us, Morgan?
Yeah, actually, because you guys are both big film guys. I was wondering, do you have a favorite trope in movies, and maybe a least favorite trope that you find in movies?
One of my least favorite things, I don't know if this is a trope or it's just a bad piece of writing, is when anytime somebody has got to give exposition and they do the whole, well, let me get this straight. And they repeat something. So you're saying the monster's got to have, Joe Buckley's got to put the chocolate bar in his anus.
And have the monster eat it out.
So
and then the anus saliva will kill the monster.
I always
saliva.
Yeah.
So it's my least favorite of them. And one of my favorites, I don't know. I mean, I like, it's not a trope, it's more of a genre. I like the old school revenge films. Whether it's something like Death Wish, or if it's like Ms. 45, or any of that where it's somebody's got to go out and get revenge. Whether it's a Western, doesn't even matter the genre. I've always liked that, and to the point where like I've got an idea that I've had gestating for quite a while, sort of a small town gothic film that's a revenge type of story. So that it's.
Yep. Did he freeze?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep, he's out getting revenge.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, why don't you do your least favorite?
My least favorite,
Jesus.
Whoa. Okay, I'm sorry, listeners. I'm sorry, fan. Okay. I'd say my least favorite trope would be, Ryan's back.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that you got, but.
No, we just got Joe burping relentlessly, so.
Oh, see, so what, you didn't get anything?
I think we got up to, what you mentioned your favorite was revenge movies, and
I was just saying that's something like a subgenre that I like quite a bit, and to the point where I've got there's a script idea that I've had for quite a while. It's a revenge story as well. So.
Is it about you killing Joe?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
It's called The Loud Podcaster.
What a neat name.
It's called The Last Loud Podcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like The Last of the Mohicans.
What? Hey, word association, last and last. Boop, boop, boop. We got it all.
Mm-hmm.
What's your answer?
So my least favorite trope would be if a character has to go down into a wet basement. I don't really care for that because it gives me anxiety about my cards might get wet. My cards might get wet.
Joe, actually answer the question.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Probably some of the stuff to do with cell phones. I don't really like if the cell phone isn't working or whatever.
Okay.
My favorite trope is cosmic annihilation. So I really like it when everybody dies. That's a good ending.
Yeah, I knew that was
the
coming.
universe should die. Everybody should die. It just gives us a little taste of what we got coming as a species.
Okay.
Yeah, he said that before, that whether it's a zombie movie or it's an apocalypse movie, he wants it to end with everyone dying.
Yes, I believe that's a proper ending to almost any movie.
Note to self: put Joe's face on Thanos.
Yeah.
He must have loved Rogue One then, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I don't know.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah. Joe likes these things, but he doesn't watch anything that has any of them because he doesn't watch
I'm
anything.
not a Star Wars guy. I don't do Star Wars.
No, just in general. You don't want to watch any movie ever.
Sure. Well, I try gathering them for my Plex. I hoard them like a squirrel.
Squirrel.
Oh, yeah. I
acorns.
regularly go on Joe's Plex, not to watch anything because I can't. I've tried. I'm still trying to watch that Ren and Stimpy documentary, and I've got about a minute and a half into it without it freezing constantly.
Okay.
I've been trying for a month.
Okay.
But I do like to go on there and see what latest things he's hoarded on, just to try and figure out why. I'll go in there and I'll see some titles. I'm like, why did Joe download the entire filmography of Andy Milligan or somebody? And just, I don't ask him or anything. I don't bring it up to him. I occasionally, probably once a week, check it out and see what he could download.
Curious. Yeah. I just got the Lord of the Rings and every single special feature they ever released for it.
Okay.
Why?
Just, I'll have them. Yeah.
You're going to watch them?
I've seen the Lord of the Rings before. I might rewatch them again, maybe.
Okay.
Now, does that include the old animated ones from like the 70s?
I don't. I'm interested. I might get the Ralph Baskin one. That's interesting. I liked Fritz the Cat. I thought that was interesting.
I'm so confused here, Buckley.
Got it right there.
What's the why are you the arbiter for what is high art or worth keeping and not? Well, I don't know about that animated one, but this animated. Why don't you just get them both?
Well, because I only have 26 terabytes of storage data,
Oh,
so I have to
now there's constraints.
It's just in terms of what I can allow on my server. Yeah.
And you think Butcher the Baker's is worth keeping and not getting this?
I'm in Butcher. Yeah, it's on there.
And he's also got so many terabytes of footage that he shot for various documentaries of the making of Butcher the Baker's that are still not edited.
Yeah. Well,
the movie was shot in summer 2016, Joe. We are nearing the end of January 2021. And
yes.
Waiting on that making of.
We never got a Blu release. We never got a Blu. So
there's a Blu-ray.
But there wasn't any special features on it.
Yeah, well, that is the special feature.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's waiting for Criterion to call.
Yeah. Janus Films. I want Janus.
Yeah, you want a Janus.
Yeah, Janus and touch anus. That's what I call it whenever we... Yeah.
So, Morgan, do you regret doing this?
No, not really. It's
Yeah, there's nothing to regret, I don't think. Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, I love the show. It's great talking with you guys. I think, Ryan, you and Joe have kind of that, that straight man wise guy routine if the wise guy just went for the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, I agree. As much as, I've been a part of various two-man team-ups and various creative endeavors over the years, and the fact that so many people are like, you're so good with Joe Buckley, I have to admit, as much as it pains me, there's something about...
Ryan definitely brings the best out of me, I think. But
there's something about Joe and I together.
Yeah, if you see a nice apple tree and there's a bunch of low-hanging apples, why the fuck would you get on the stepladder to get the ones up top? That's what I say.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Morgan, for taking the time, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you for taking the time. You guys have a great day, all right?
Yeah, definitely. See you around.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, now that I got this unsanctioned box out, I'm just staring at it. I need to put this away.
Yeah, you need to put the unsanctioned box away and get back to chicken eating.
Yeah. My tummy's full.
I don't care.
Okay. So we had one more person who was scheduled to come on, but they didn't make it. So I don't know.
Okay, a little bit of diarrhea.
All right, can you hold on? Can we hold on just a quick second?
Yeah.
All right, I'm around the bathroom.
Ryan's got to go make pee-pees.
Say the same thing about the shape.
Yeah.
It's something about the shape.
It's weird. It's a weird thing, like the wiener and the butt and the balls.
Well, his wiener normally has a very weird shape. Like, I just feel like it's like twisted and strange.
It's not something I'd want to see.
Like some sort of weird dry pasta.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like a rigatoni or like a.
That's right, you guys. Trump does have a weird shaped wiener.
What? Wait. What? Oh shit.
Oh, we weren't supposed to hear that, Nick?
Shit. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I didn't hear anything. So
we were just talking about Joe's weird wiener is all.
No, not my wiener. Not my wiener.
His wiener is butt and
Hashtag
his-
not my wiener.
Okay, so this Trevor, if you want to read this question.
Oh yeah. All right. So this is from our fan Alex, and the question is: this is going to sound like an insult, but it is a genuine inquiry. I am quite underweight. What are some weight gain tips?
Okay. Ryan, do you want to take this one, or do you want me to get it?
I'll start because mine will probably be shorter and less full of goofs. I would say there are weight gainers that you can buy, because my dad had surgery years ago and he lost a ton of weight and he needed to gain a lot of that back. And so weight gainer was part of the way that helped him with that. You know, it's like a mix that you drink, you know, and then eat more, I guess. I mean, other than that, I don't really know a healthy way for you to gain more weight, other than, you know, who was it? Was it Jared Leto? The way and this is probably not healthy.
Melted ice cream?
Yeah, he was melting ice cream and then drinking it like a shake a couple of times a day. And I think eating a lot of pasta as well. So, I mean, there are plenty of actors out there that you can read the stories about how they did massive weight gain. Again, it's not going to be healthy, but.
Yeah. So I would do like a mix of like maybe protein powder and pixie sticks. Just kind of let the dust pour down your mouth.
God.
And I think that'll get you a nice I would do like a lot of Chinese food for at least 2 meals a day. And you're going to want to do pork chops and maybe some gravy for the other 3 meals a day. You want to eat 5 times a day, but the same portions you would normally eat
here's
a
what
meal.
I'm thinking happens. Joe does this. He gets the protein bodybuilding powders, mix it with pixie dust, but then like a werewolf, turns into a beast that doesn't remember what he's about to do and then goes to like Chinese buffets and consumes all of the Chinese food and the people who made it. And then he wakes up naked, covered in lo mein. And, what happened?
Joe, Joe, I think the actual question he was asking is, what did you eat yesterday during the day? I think that was the...
What did you eat, Joe?
Yesterday, let me think. Oh, my dad brought me home 2 chicken sandwiches from Wendy's and some Baconator fries. That's all I had yesterday, I think.
Oh, that answers the question.
Yeah, a little Baconator. I do 4 or 5 Baconator fries a day. It's like a nice cheesy drip, and you let the cheese drip down your nostril.
How are you alive still?
And Joe Joe doesn't really like potatoes. He doesn't really like fries that much. But when you slather them with
fries are different from potatoes.
Well, I don't like a wedge. I hate wedges. Fuck wedges. Fuck them. But a nice fry, a nice thin fry, yeah, hell yeah.
What about wedge Antilles? How do you feel about wedge Antilles?
I've never heard of them.
Oh, and anything bigger than a McDonald's French fry to Joe is a potato. And Joe doesn't like potatoes.
It's a wedge is my issue.
Anything bigger than a fry is a potato.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. Joe has actually said that. That's from Joe's mouth.
That's insane, Joe.
I may have said that at one point, but I understand that all fries are potatoes, but not all fries are wedges.
So a bag of chips all together, if it's a pile of chips, is that a potato?
I don't really like chips. It's not a potato. Sometimes a potato falls into the bag and you get a whole potato.
Actually, that's
but
interesting.
It's sliced
Because
so
I don't think I've seen Joe really consume chips before.
I don't really like them. I know
you've eaten Doritos, but it's not like you love them.
Doritos are okay.
You don't like potato chips?
Not really, no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll eat a handful, but I think I'm about done.
Just learned something today.
Yeah, actually, on Man with No Brain, really, it's been just a regurgitation of standard Joeisms, but we actually did learn a little bit of a new fact.
Yeah. It's like a human centipede of information.
Yeah.
Nick has a fan question.
Oh,
yeah, let's get some more information going. Joe, this is from John. Good old John. Greetings. My name is John, and I'm a fan of the podcast from the West Coast.
Okay.
In the episode of The Man with No Brain, where Joe shared pictures of his room, I noticed something on a shelf that I was disappointed and glossed over. There was a Sonichu medallion laying there, and I remember Joe mentioning on his cousin Tad's podcast how he would one day love to have his own medallion. For my question, are there any other internet personalities out there that you have had a fascination with? No, my question is very Joe-centric. So for Ryan, are there any infamous filmmakers that have grabbed your attention, whether it was because of the terrible quality of their work or the bad reputation they have built up due to terrible behavior or mismanagement of their project?
Well, you go ahead and start on that one, Joe.
Okay. Well, I'd like to mention first, I did not give Christine any money for the medallion. Actually, Nicholas, our prop man, who was just speaking right now, he actually made that for me. Yeah, it was like a nice birthday gift a couple years ago. I'm a fan of this guy named Elu Elia. He's pretty cool. Like, basically, he's a guy who has severe OCD. Like, to the point where he used to be like afraid of like chairs and like stairs and mirrors and like water and shit. But basically, he would make these videos where it's like, hey, you guys, I played over 1,000 hours in Bubsy 3D because I really love like how high you can go up in the game, and here's all these different things you can do and shit. So like fans like actually really like him because he's not, unlike most other internet personalities that are like this, he's not a bad person. He's a decent person at heart. So like people didn't fuck with him or anything like that.
Is this Ulalilia?
Yes,
Is that who you're
yes.
talking about?
Yes.
Okay, I actually know of this person. Yeah, that's weird. He seems to be a very like genuinely sweet guy, and it's weird
he absolutely is. Yeah.
It's weird because it seems like his popularity is just a fascination and just sort of like a protecting of him.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of like Chris Chan, where you're exploiting him, this is just like, this is a genuinely nice guy. We gotta like keep him safe.
It really depends on how nice the person we're watching is. It mostly turns out, yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Joe, because there have been, not recently, but because I can't think of their names, but there have been some YouTubers that you've sent me videos of, and it's absolutely because you think they're train wrecks and you hate them, and you know, and there was one guy in particular, he was a conspiracy guy, and it's obviously he's got major mental illnesses, but he's got this, he's making videos, nobody's editing these videos, and there's nobody to stop him from this, so he's putting out a lot of really just insane stuff. And I remember you just laughing your ass off at the video clips you're sending to me, and I was really uncomfortable the video. Okay. So I am glad to hear that you like a wholesome type of YouTuber.
And it's so interesting that Joe likes watching everyday people go through meltdowns.
Yes,
but when Randy Quaid was going off the wagon and having sex with his wife while wearing like a bush mask or something, or I don't remember what it was. Joe had nothing to say about all of that.
Because those people are on their high horse anyway. I mean, there's no further they can fall down whenever you're a washed up actor. I mean, who gives a fuck?
I don't think Randy Quaid has ever been on a high horse.
He was up for a while. I don't know.
He's an Academy Award nominated actor.
Yeah.
So, Nick, there was an addendum to that question for Ryan, right?
Yes. Ryan, are there any infamous filmmakers that have grabbed your attention, whether it was because of terrible quality of the work or the bad reputation they have built up due to terrible behavior or mismanagement of their project?
He's froze. He's a little bit frozen.
He's a little bit frozen.
I just thought he was thinking really hard.
Yeah.
He gets really still.
He's like a Greek statue.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We lost him.
We lost him. Damn it.
He'll be back here, I'm sure, in a second. But you know what? In the interim, Nick and Trevor, we've got a new friend to introduce you to.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Oh.
On the line,
we've
got Higgins. Hey, Higgins, how are you?
Oh, God, let's make this quick, boys. I was about to get a sponge bath. I only get those once a week, whether I need it or not.
Yeah, you got to save them up.
Oh, God, my GBP.
Higgins, we are campaigning to boot Joe off the show. We are going to rename the show The Old Man with Some Brain.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God, my dream. Oh, my dream. My heart. I got the palpitations.
Yeah.
Please, let me do it.
We wanted to bring you on for the last few questions. Ryan apparently gave up. He just dropped out.
Well, I don't blame him.
You had to go make big stinkies on the toilet.
No.
We've all been there. It takes me 20 years to pass a peanut shake, but that's neither here nor there. So what can I do for you, boys?
Okay, so we've got two more fan questions, and I'm gonna share them with you guys. This is three questions from one person. This is from Richard. Richard asks, if you had to pick a TV or film family that is closest to your own, which one would it be and why? Mr. Buckley.
I'm trying to think, like, what's young Sheldon's family like? Are they supportive or?
Not like yours.
Okay.
I don't know that any of us have watched that show, Joe.
Joe, there's a spoof TV show in an episode of, I believe it's the 3rd season of Monty Python's Flying Circus, where it's a family of people who just keep yelling at each other. There's Terry Gilliam's laying on a couch screaming for more beans, more beans.
And what, you think I'm the bean boy?
Yeah, you're the bean boy.
Okay.
You definly are.
But I mean,
okay,
like,
well, I'll pick that as my answer.
Because Joe doesn't really watch TV all that much.
I don't watch TV. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, all right, Ryan's coming back in. I'll ask him the same question.
I don't blame you to rot your brain.
Yeah. I like watching Jeopardy. How about you?
It's all right. Hey, Higgins, what do you think Joe's family would look like as far as a TV show that people know?
Oh God, looking at the basement, Sanford and Son. Easy question. You know, you know, you fill up the pickup truck. You know, you Joe, you big dummy. You know, you're Lamont. But you know, all things they come together at the end. They drink the ripple.
Definitely a junkyard.
Old man Higgins is throwing some references that jar just flying right over. I saw the one reference. I saw the Lamont reference go right over Joe's head. It messed his hair up a little bit and hit the Final Destination poster, covering up the door.
He talked about UV blue and Mountain Dew. Goddamn, Ripple's got to be better than that. Holy shit!
No, I don't like. It's a good mixed drink, but I was gonna like. What about that one where the family finds bubbling crude in their backyard? What about that one?
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah.
The only bubbling crude you find is in your toilet.
I flush it down. I keep it flushed down.
All right, so one could say what he says is every day is bubbling crude.
Ryan, the question from Richard was, if you had to pick a TV or film family that is closest to your own, which one would it be and why?
Oh, that's a great question because but I don't know really. Because my family's pretty.
I think you would fit well in a Three's Company situation.
Oh, that's one of my favorite shows of all time. Actually, it's funny you bring up Three's Company because I've been for some reason every January I tend to watch a lot of old sitcoms. It's like a comfort food thing, but I've been watching a ton of Three's Company this month. So yeah, that'd be a great sitcom to be in. As far as my family though, they're pretty straightforward. There's maybe I'll be honest with you. Growing up, the big reason I loved Roseanne, the show Roseanne, is because I related to that show. Because my family they're sarcastic. We're all working class. We didn't always have a ton of money. We weren't as
sorry, Judeline.
No, that's not physically. Yeah, my family is, but we didn't always have a ton of money. We weren't quite as bad off as the Connors were. You know, my dad always had a steady job and stuff, and whereas Dan Connor was just always putting in bids for this random job or that. But that, in fact, that was also set in Illinois, and it wasn't too far from where we would have been in the fictitious town. So yeah, I would say the Connors, it'd be a very similar. Okay. You know, where we're all we got each other's back, but we're also real sarcastic.
What TV family are you most like, Higgins?
Oh, the TV family. Good Lord. Oh God. Ryan kind of pretty much. I'd like to piggyback on that. He kind of hit the nail on the head on the nail, whatever you want to call it. The Roseanne, and why the Roseanne family was kind of relatable is because they were kind of dysfunctional, and I don't want to go into the details, but I'd say my family they were very relatable in the dysfunctionality part of it, and that's without. Oh, I'm sorry, my stomach again.
Yeah, I understand. It gets a bit bubbly.
Too much chicken.
Yeah, with like that bubbling crude. But yeah, TV families, I never really watched that much television. It rots your brain. But the families you watch, in the 80s and 90s, watching the CBS. Ryan stole my thunder. Roseanne all the way.
I was gonna say I'd add my family was a lot like the Flintstones because we had to push our cars with our feet. A lot of times they would stop working.
And they're also like the Flintstones, like they smoked the Winstons back when they could do that in the black and white days. Remember the commercials?
Yeah, maybe a little bit something else I could smoke too.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, Bob Buckley, the patriarch of the Buckley clan, he's never touched a filter.
What was that?
Joe's
vaping right now.
That was like the biggest.
I didn't know Joe vaped.
Yeah, a tiny bit.
A tiny bit? That was huge.
When did this start?
I covered that filled your
I just mean a little bit.
What is that flavor?
Watermelon.
Dude,
UV blue and
just
Mountain Dew.
Eat a watermelon. Eat a fucking watermelon.
I like the candy flavoring.
Oh. God. All right. I'm going to keep moving on.
There's no nicotine in it. No nicotine.
Richard had 3 questions. Unfortunately, Richard, I'm going to skip your second one because there's no way it's not going to be disgusting. Essentially asking if there's any person in Joe's circle that Joe is sexually attracted to, and I'm worried that he may mention the significant others of me, Trevor, Nick, or Ryan.
Oh, he doesn't know their names. It'll be fine.
We've covered. I think we kind of covered that also as well to a certain extent.
Joe doesn't want to fuck
Joe-
me, so
I enjoy all the ladies involved in the show.
Yeah, Ryan, Nick.
Whenever Joe is doing the podcasting, his camera automatically has a filter that puts like long hair and makeup on our faces.
Yeah.
And just giant
It's like
tits.
It's like, oh yeah. I like Z cups, baby.
Z cups.
I want to break your back.
That's probably like a brand of pudding.
I want to be like one of those inflatable like clown balloons that you bat around in your room.
Okay, hold on. We got one more question from Richard. Okay,
I understand.
Since I'm unable to be on the show because they will be at church right now, if you're comfortable with it, do either of you have any kind of religious affiliation or background? He goes on to say, no, Joe, I don't want to hear you're tired. I got kicked out of Sunday school because I threw Cheerios at my brother bit. And they mentioned that they had a 300-pound woman threaten to beat their ass in Sunday school and still grew up not hating God and taking his wife and kids to church. So, Ryan and Joe, do you have any religious affiliation?
So this is a listener with a wife and kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Well, Higgins, do you have a wife and kids?
What? I got a wife, but I got 2 dogs. You know, they're about as good as kids. Yeah, they eat as much. You know, goddamn, they eat the Chewy.com. I can't feed them Alpo. They get the Chewy.com because the goddamn mama spends all my goddamn money feeding these bastards. But
I understand.
So I got a wife. This is Higgins. 2 kids, 2 dogs.
All right. So, Joe, how about you start off with the religious question answer?
Oh, okay. No, absolutely not. I don't believe it's possible for us being raised in a culture to have accidentally just picked the right religion and that to actually be true. I don't believe that can be a thing.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you think that whatever you grow up being taught can't automatically be
what
the
your
thing.
religion is going to be. Yes.
Okay, so
like
you were raised a Christian, right? You went to church.
A little bit, but not really. My parents didn't really give a fuck. It was more for appearances.
So, like, you're talking like Christmas Eve, that type of stuff.
Yeah, basically,
okay.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's like the Mayans believed in their Mayan shit. The Drakes believed in their dumb Zeus shit. It's all fake for the most part.
So, what do you personally believe now?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So you're an atheist?
Oh, yeah, full on.
Okay. Yeah, because there's words that you just say the thing and it describes exactly how you feel. You don't have to beat around the bush and then set the bush on fire.
Well, no, it's complicated. I'm more of like a dudist, Satanist, atheist.
God.
Sure.
All right, Ryan.
I'm here for you.
I'm going to take a nap.
For myself, you know, when I was growing up, there was a church that my grandparents went to that my parents had been married at, and they went to on occasion, but they often would have my grandparents pick my sister and I up every Sunday, and we'd go to church, we'd go to Sunday school and all this stuff. And I hated going, not so much because it was church, but because it's Sunday morning and I had to get up early, and I'd rather watch USA.
Weekend.
I'd rather watch the Toxic Avenger Marathon on USA Network than go to church. I had some bad experiences at the church. There was one pastor in particular that it wasn't so much an exorcism, but he came to our house to talk to my parents. And he was very concerned because at that time I wanted to see the Lord of the Flies movie that had just come out.
Disgusting.
And I was big into movies. I wanted to act and I liked horror movies. My parents kind of didn't care what I watched as far as that stuff. And he was super concerned. And I remember he made me pray. He made us pray together. And it really...
Yeah.
Well, we lost you, Ryan.
Uh-oh.
He's just going to keep going. Look at him go.
Yeah.
What a workhorse.
Can I sing the No Penis Ryan song? I'm a fan of that song, even though
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, no penis Ryan. Oh,
am I still there?
You're back.
I saw it go. Okay. Anyways, I don't have any particular religion I follow. I wouldn't consider myself an atheist because I don't even go that far. I don't think about any of it really. But I don't have a problem with people who do. I don't have a problem with people who go to church every Sunday and pray and do all that stuff. I'm not anti any of that. I do have a problem with mega churches, though. I don't like these guys that make bazillions of dollars in these churches, and that sort of I really have a problem with that entire world, that entire industry.
Well, but don't you think they give so much back to their community? Don't they do so much good for everyone around them? They're just so giving and
religion as an industry, I'm really not a fan
Buckley.
Yeah. I'd like to say, if I ever saw God, I'd punch him in the face and then be smited. I think that would be a good end.
Wow, Joe.
Isn't that what he didn't want, Joe, when he asked these questions?
Yeah.
So, okay, so before I read the last question, Higgins, Ryan, you've inspired me. Higgins, could you do a quick exorcism on Joe and get the evil out of him?
Ah, lily ho, lily he, lily hi, lily hi, ho. We're gonna bring the Joe Buckley back into the fold and cast the demons out of his hole.
I don't believe anyone's been in my holes.
Higgins is so much funnier than
Bend over, boy. Bend over, boy. Bend over, boy. It's coming.
I'm not gonna do it.
The rod of the Lord. The rod of the Lord. It's coming. It's coming. The rod of the Lord. Up your honey hole. Oh, the power of Christ compels this boy. Your powers are too strong, Buckley. Okay.
I'm gonna bless myself with melon and do melon.
Joe's filth is too thick for even that exorcism, and I appreciate the Pee Wee's Playhouse reference in there as well. Another thing that Joe wouldn't have got.
I can't wait. I'm going to post this. I'm going to watch about 50 people all log in immediately to start watching as soon as I post this podcast. And when they hit the 2-hour mark, when we get this jambalaya of enchanting, all of a sudden the subscribers are going to go.
No, I think they'll go up to the sky or something. I don't know.
At this point, if you're still hanging on with the man with no brain, if you're part of the 450 subs or whatever, it's not new subs we're ever getting, but I think the people that are on are going to stick around at this point. If you've been with us this long.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I mean, thank you very much for being along with us on the ride.
Here's the last question for the first ever Fan-tastic question episode. This is from Sebastian. I believe they had mentioned they're from overseas. I can't remember exactly where. Across the pond. But their question is, we've kind of touched on this. When are you planning on the second episode of the Lost Plot Players? Ooh. I've been dying to know if Declan McDermott manages to solve this case.
Yeah, I'm going to solve the case. I'm going to solve the case of my drinking.
Well, we mentioned earlier in the episode, we have recorded episode number 2, but we had some technical difficulties, and it was disappointing for everybody. So we kind of all right, we're going to take a break. Sit back a little bit instead of diving right back into it and try to figure out, because we're doing it through Zoom and there was a lot of people on that one, a lot of voices. And so just Zoom can't handle it. Zoom struggles. And so it will return. The chapter 2 will return. And like I said, the first version of it has already been recorded. It's just
unfortunately it's kind of unusable. It was real laggy. People it was behind, it was up and down. It was
yeah. But there was a lot of good stuff in it. So trust, it was a fun episode and it will return.
Yeah.
We just got to figure out how to do it so so Zoom doesn't fuck us.
I think maybe we'll make that a goal. Because we've been saying, we've been running out of ideas here, but we know we want to do a sequel or the second act of the Emerald Lion.
Yeah.
So we'll do that for you, Sebastian.
Yeah, the Emerald Lion. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I don't know. How do you feel after the first Fan-tastic Questions episode?
Oh, I thought it went well. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I had a good time talking to everybody, getting to hear, because, my radio background, you often have interaction with the people you're broadcasting to. You have texts that come in all the time, phone calls. Yeah. You go out on remote, so you see the people doing podcasts. It's different. So, other than the handful of comments we get, it's been nice to have some actual interaction and hear the voices and talk to the people, and in some cases see them that enjoy this content. So I've liked it. Yeah. I think we got some good questions as well.
If I could speak for the fans, I just wanted to say I just really appreciate you letting us be part of the show. It's a good time.
Yeah. Well, we thank you. You've tried your best to help Buckley. It was a valiant effort.
Yeah. I'd like to say thank you everybody who keeps listening, who keeps tuning in, who just kind of make sure to check in every day to see if we put out something new. It really means a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. That was sincere.
Oh yeah, sure.
It was very sincere.
Yeah.
We don't know how to react. Like on our side, we don't know how to react when Joe is sincere.
Okay, well maybe I'll just blow some sweet clouds instead.
We're so used. To we're waiting for the filth, or we don't know. I don't know how to react to Joe when he's sincere.
Jesus Christ! Why is it so thick?
You can send it
is that just a fog machine?
Yeah.
What, Joe just put fog juice in the.
It looks like exhaust coming out of a truck.
I mean, it kind of is.
Basically, yeah.
So did you buy that?
I did.
When?
With what money?
I have money. I saved up some money.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to equate the vaping to Joe's. He just likes to follow trends sometimes.
Well, no, I wanted to put weed in it.
No. You see, why do you keep talking about weed? Every time you do it, you say, I couldn't get high. It didn't do anything for me. I was just sleepy. But you keep trying it. What do you want? Do you want to be inebriated? Huff gasoline.
Yeah.
Huff gasoline.
Okay. I'll go head on down to the gas station. No problem.
God, I don't know what it is about you and doing trendy stuff. It drives me because there's nothing else in your life that you want to do like everybody else. If you want to eat chicken off the bone for every meal, you'll do it. If you want to shit and piss in a bucket, you'll do it. But God forbid if there's kids doing, what was that K something years ago? K2.
Crocodile.
If they're doing K2 and crocodile. Oh, you sure as shit. You're.
Oh, the Russians.
Yeah, you're gonna be injecting that Russian poison in the tip of your penis.
Well, no. I mean, weed is not something trendy. I mean, it's been around for 100 years or something like that. I mean, it's just kind of.
But Joe. All right, you are not But Joe, you're not the guy that you go to when you think of, hey, I'm going to do a bunch of recreational marijuana.
Yeah.
It's because it's become legal in the state of Illinois or decriminalized or whatever. And you can go to the dispensary like a regular customer and buy the weed gummies and then go to Casey's and buy your 4 pizzas and your 8 monsters. And so it's become, but it's because it's something it has become trendy in the Illinois area because it's now a lot more people that didn't normally imbibe because it was illegal. Now they can. And so a lot more people are talking about it. It's become a focal point in that state. And so Joe's like, all right, I'm all about it. Yeah. And you know what? There's an Illinois there's a seed in the Illinois Valley. There's a deep, dark seed that sometimes gets implanted in people and it festers and it grows and then they're done. They're done. It's something that if you're born in the Illinois Valley, you fight against it. You got to fight against it. Otherwise you get sucked down to this hole and you become
move out. Yeah.
You become that dude.
Valley.
I'm not saying you have to leave the Illinois Valley. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's a seed that can be planted in you when you live there that you have to fight against. Okay. Otherwise, it pulls you down and you become the Illinois Valley guy, the guy at the 9th Street pub watching bands all the time. Yeah. And you know what, Joe? You have been dancing very close to the edge of that seed and falling in. Here you are hanging out with doing the vaping.
Yeah.
You got the busted down car that you're not taking care of. You're not working. Yeah. These are all things you're starting to fall into that Illinois Valley depth or something that swamp. And when I saw you vape, I was like, uh-oh.
I just wanted to try something new.
There's another piece. You're going to be hanging down at Sinbad. Next thing I know, Joe, you're going to be standing out in front of Sinbad Vapors.
Yeah.
And
bumming money off people
and hitting on high school girls.
I got an idea. Try something new. Eat a vegetable. Eat a fucking vegetable.
I've had some before.
I've had
green.
A couple.
Yeah.
Joe, you can even try smoking the vegetable at this point. Just pour the vegetable in your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, can you vape? Can you vape a vegetable?
He steams it. He just steams the vegetable and sucks in the steam.
Christ, people still vape. That trend's older than I am.
Yeah.
Thank you, Higgins. Thank you.
Whoa.
Yes.
I just had to try that. What's wrong with that?
Joe, next time you cut the hole in the melon, at least eat the melon that comes out.
I don't want to eat my own cock melon.
Eat the pulp before you start bucking it. Take some of those seeds out of there. For every melon you buy to screw, I want you to plant at least one of the seeds from it.
Make sure you have
it. and then you eat the next melon that grows.
Okay.
So it's fuck a melon, eat 2 melons. Fuck a melon, eat 2 melons.
I'll donate the melons to Sprout.
God. Okay, so fans, leave a comment letting us know whether you think Higgins should replace Joe.
Yes, that'd be my dream. I'll be here. Oh God.
No,
Yeah,
maybe
I'll
a
get you,
fourth
Buckley.
mic. Maybe we can have him as a fourth mic then.
Fourth mic. Oh God, I don't think I can count that high.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah,
well-
yeah. I laughed more at Higgins lately than Joe in months.
Yeah. Look at Joe.
Well, thank you, fellas.
Okay, I'm gonna get my pout on.
He's got
so what
nothing.
you're saying is I'm
Yeah.
not funny.
Joe's starting to sweat, and it isn't because of the chicken now.
Yeah.
I believe it may have
maybe a
been
little
because
bit.
of the chicken I ate too much.
Sure.
All right, Ryan, bring us home. Bring us home.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to The Man with No Brain. As always, if you liked what you hear here, make sure to share it amongst your friends and family on social media. And check out our other channel, Malevolent Movies. We've got a lot of stuff popping up over there as well. And yeah, again, really just share everything if you like what you hear. And thanks for listening as always. And we'll be back at you soon with another episode where we continue to just waste our time by scraping out what little resin is left in the skull of the man
I
with
got
no
lots
brain.
of resin in my pipe. I was gonna say we've got great T-shirts over at malevolentmovies.threadless.com if you want to pick up a nice, a nice Benevolent Buckley T-shirt. We might have a new design coming up soon. So yeah, if you want a shirt, just check us out there.
Yeah.
And this is Old Man Higgins saying, "Be good. If not, be good at it."
Thank you, Higgins.
Thanks, Higgins. Old man Higgins.
Yep. Looking forward to having Higgins on the next.
Okay, yeah, Higgins and Joe and
hold on.
Ryan. That sounds good.
Looking forward to having Higgins on the next hour.
Oh, yeah,
the
that could be
next
fun.
hour. Yeah.
Maybe we'll just do a
that'd be good.
hour with just Higgins, no Joe.
Well, see, that one's my podcast specifically. So
Well, I don't know. I'm the one that's kind of in charge and does all the work here. So
yeah, okay,
Yeah,
okay. I understand. I understand.
Too big for his britches, Buckley.
Okay.
Yeah, Shay, show us the seat of your chair, Joe. Let's just see how that looks after today.
Okay.
Oh.
Just sopping wet.
No. See,
What is
again.
that?
What?
Not again.
Oh, there's a
What do you
big
mean
streak.
what? The
It's like-
giant streak.
Yeah, it's like a charcoal skid mark.
I have no idea. I don't know.
I have no
Real
idea.
quick.
In the Kingsford briquettes.
Amongst everyone who's on the call right now, amongst everyone who's on the call right now, what is the least amount of money you'd have to be paid to put your face in that seat right now and take a deep breath? The least amount you would do it for.
$500.
Oh.
100,000.
At least 2 bitcoins, my boy.
That's a lot of money.
Hey, Higgins, sing the pee-pee song for us while we go out.
No penis, Ryan. Ryan's disconnected. Oh God, the pee-pee song.
What was that? What was that? When did that become the pee-pee song?
Oh God!
What was this?
Oh God! Oh, Ryan's yelling at me and not my pee-pee hurts.
Higgins!
He's yelling at me.
Higgins!
Oh,
I thought we had a thing.
Oh God,
I
he's
thought we
yelling
had
at
a
me,
thing.
and now my pee-pee hurts. And now we had a thing, but now my pee-pee hurts. And we can't have a thing anymore because now my pee-pee.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Fan-tastic Questions. This is the man with no brain and friends.
Yep.
Been an honor.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thanks, man.
See you, boys.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.